I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube and view it for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Man, I gotta tell you, all it took was he beating the Kings, and I'm over the national championship already. I wasn't into it at all last night. It was like when I was watching that game, I rarely feel like this with Heat games. You guys know me. I'm Wild Heat Coyote. To go from a night where you're watching the highest of stakes, just the creme de la creme, to Precious Achua blowing layups against you. It just doesn't hit the same as far as stakes in sports. It just doesn't. You know, it didn't kick quite the same when you're sitting here. Now, I will say there was some fun shenanigans in last night's game, Leroy. While you were probably looking at the back of your eyelids, and I don't blame you. Pelle Larsson is starting a trend in this league, and that is making a lot of players, as the kids say, crash out, because DeMar DeRozan lost his mind yesterday on Pelle Larsson in the wee hours of the morning, to where Pelle Larsson, who, if you guys don't know, he gets hit in the face a lot. All right, he gets hit everywhere, but he gets hit in the face. Intangibles. And Pelle Larsson, yesterday, he got hip checked by DeMar DeRozan. And Bam Adebayo got really pissed, and he went over to DeMar and goes, "Hey, man." You know, Bam's like the most confrontational dude in the world, but like he went right up to DeMar DeRozan, and it got into a little shove-skis fest. And there's always Pelle Larsson. He's sitting in the back with like this sly smile in the background, because he knows he's like, I've caused chaos, and he just got a personal foul. So yesterday in the second half, DeMar DeRozan, the game's over pretty much. DeMar DeRozan, the Kings are turning the ball over willy-nilly, and DeMar DeRozan steps out of bounds, and we kind of falls out of bounds, and so turnover on the Kings. So Pelle tries to reach over DeMar's shoulder and get the basketball.
Oh, that's not when. Hey, how many fights in basketball have started because somebody tried to snatch the ball from the guy who was out of bounds? Or yes,
yeah.
Here we go. I already know where this is going.
So DeMar DeRozan, how many technical fouls does DeMar DeRozan have in his life? How many flagrant fouls does he have in his life? 3. DeMar DeRozan. The only beat Drew Starr yesterday recalled that he one time got into a beef with Goran Dragic, which I had completely forgotten about, because it's Gogi, but Gogi's also a little bit of a pot stirrer.
Gogi been in more fights than Kachuk. What are you talking about?
I know, but you would never think it. But DeMar DeRozan, Leroy, Pelle Larsson's going for the layup, and DeMar DeRozan winds up with a forearm and hits him right in the snot box. Didn't even try to go for the block. He was clearly going for that Swedish face of his, and he got called. He probably should have been kicked out of the game. They called a flagrant 1. I think the referee probably gave him a lighter sentence for good behavior in the past, but he definitely should have been kicked out.
DeMar be getting technical fouls, man.
Does he? Cranky old man.
He's consistently ranked among players with significant technicals, often in the teens per season.
How many flagrant fouls does he have, though?
Flagrant?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't think of DeMar DeRozan.
Technical fouls can sometimes be from just complaining too much.
Right. He's probably just been more ornery ever since the Raptors traded him. But I was just like, whoa. Mind you, this just happened with Devin Booker. He made Devin Booker lose his mind. And he's basically he's not only flying all over the place in tangibles, but Pelle Larsson is just an agent of chaos. That's what he is.
Loki.
Okay.
He is.
15 flagrant fouls in his career. And he has gotten, since he's joined Sacramento, he's had one each year. But he had three in 23-24 for the Bulls.
Dude, Sacramento is such an experience to watch because you just look at all these guys. You're like, man, you guys have good careers. Why did you end up here?
For the old dress.
You're watching Russell Westbrook. But Doug Christie benched Zach LaVine yesterday. I'm like, for what? You're making a point this season?
They don't like him, do they?
I don't think anybody likes him. But from a
Zach
basketball,
LaVine.
yeah.
I just remember him from the dunk contest.
Oh,
which might have been one of the best dunk contests I've ever seen.
Well, he had
as far as dunks.
He had our neighbors in Plainville, the Bulls, before there was Plainville. He had like these 2 incredible seasons with the Bulls where he was just lighting it up, and they signed him to this monster contract and nobody wants him. So
we need his daughter to yell at the free throw line again.
He's always hurt too, right? Isn't Zach LaVine gets hurt a lot?
I don't think he's been too hurt lately. You might be. I think that was a thing of his, but I think it's been more he doesn't play a lick of defense either. One of those. But this was in the locker room afterwards, dude. This was Norman Powell was just like standing behind Pelle Larsson during his interview, and he's just like laughing it up about how Pelle Larsson is just causing chaos.
You do bring an element of toughness to this team. I don't know if you're trying to or not, but you do. How do you think that can be contagious or impact a group?
That crazy ass Swedish boy right there, boy. Yeah, it's definitely contagious.
He got the boy. He got the boy.
Think about this. When you think of aggressive and the agent of chaos, Sweden is like the last name, right?
Yeah.
The nicest people.
Yeah.
I mean, Gustav Forsling is a badass, but he's not like, he just goes about his business. He's laying out. Gustav Forsling is not like beating people's ass on the Panthers like Greer and Mikula and things like that. He's just a really good defender. Right. And Pelle Larsson he's just in everybody's head of like, hey, this guy, he's just an antagonist, and he just plays with unbelievable, I'm sorry to say it, intangibles. And it's like to the point of like, this is too much intangibles. We can't take it anymore. His intangibles are off the intangible scale.
Even intangibles are complaining about his intangibles.
It's crazy.
A lot of intangibles on the Heat, man.
Oh, dude, they had a lineup yesterday.
They had a lineup last night. Woo!
What?
It looked like Hoosiers.
It was,
no.
Yeah, it was.
So that mean they slapping the floor and playing defense?
I think at one point yesterday they had Kasparis, they had Pella, they had Nico, they had Jaime, and they had Fontecchio.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
played well yesterday.
Man, Fontecchio's he's starting to find his rhythm again. He's on one of those upswings.
Isn't that basketball though?
I know.
Some people, yeah, but some people go like waves. Some people go. I'm telling you exactly who he is. He's Italian Kelly Olynyk. This is the same thing that happened with Kelly Olynyk on the Heat. Kelly Olynyk could go like 2 weeks, hottest basketball player in the earth, and then a month and a half, he's like, I don't want him on a basketball.
But that's why he is who he is.
That's right.
If he did that for a whole season, we wouldn't be talking about him in the way that we are. Like,
he was playing well before something, and he's playing well after something.
Tyler.
Everybody comes back to Tyler at this. By the way, the Heat are 14.
I'm just saying.
They are 14. They're 14-9 when Pella starts.
But the thing that makes it weird about the whole Tyler situation is that sometimes when guys return, then other guys on the team kind of take a step back to let them cook. And I don't think Spo wants that, but they do it anyway, right? To the point where then everybody else gets out of the rhythm of what they were doing. And instead, Tyler should be fitting in and trying to get acclimated and not the other way around. It seems like the guys that have been playing all year are trying to accommodate Tyler. And that's not the way to go. So a lot of guys are not playing as well because their moments and their spots are getting lost. All for let's get Tyler back into the mix. And I don't know if you could go about it that way. I think it's more on Tyler to find his way into what was already working instead of everybody who had something going to accommodate Tyler. You understand what I'm saying?
There's just too much overlay on the starting lineup, and it's been a thing all year when you knew he was coming back. And
right.
It's one of those things that stands out because he's a very talented offensive player. We all know that everybody targets him on defense. And then
wow.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
Oh yeah.
He's Eli Apple on basketball court.
But now it's just like, dude, these are crazy injuries he just keeps getting. Like, what? I mean, we can't even put chondrositis, whatever he has in his sternum.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
dude.
not even a sternum injury. It's a rib injury. But it's the connection between the ribs and your sternum.
Steven says, have you forgotten, Tobin, Swedes or Vikings? Are they Vikings? I thought that was Norway. Is that like, do they
that's
just
the same
cover the whole basis?
The three countries.
Norway, Sweden, Switzerland? Or
No.
Denmark?
No. Is it Finland, Norway, Finland, and Sweden?
I don't think the Finns were Vikings. I don't know. I don't think that's.
I think that's the three countries.
Why don't we look it up?
Yeah, look it up before we sound even dumber.
That's fair. We're Swedes. Oh, that's right there. Huh. AI says, yes, people from what is now Sweden were definitely Vikings. The Norse people from Scandinavia. Here we go. Scandinavia, yes. Sweden, Norway, Denmark.
Yes.
Okay.
I love Vikings, dude. What a great show.
Oh, man. COVID got me. I watch all them Viking shows.
Now, when you say he's Floki, do you think he's Floki from Marvel or do you think he's Floki from Vikings? Because he could be.
I said Loki.
Oh,
Loki,
I think he's like. I
said Loki. I did not. Loki is an agent of chaos.
I think he's like Floki from Vikings, who was also in Ragnar Lothbrok. Oh man!
Let's don't make sure the Hulk don't see Loki.
Listen, no lie, we thought Floki was crazy when you start watching it, and then he became one of your favorite characters.
Yep. Man. Headlines, those are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Your final score last night, the Heat handled the Kings 130-117. Bam, should mention him. 25 points, so a nice bounce back from him. He had 25 points.
Very easy to bounce back from 0.
5 assists. That's true.
Very easy to
Fair point.
I mean, if he would have went 5 for 13, you would have said he bounced back. Because 1 for 13.
Nah, he was feeling himself last night. He was talking hella trash to whoever he was guarding.
Well, he started like immediately. Well, first of all, Sabonis looks like a shell of himself. I mean,
oh my God. I knew that made you happy.
Well,
I know is that why Bam played so well when he saw that Sabonis actually came back from his injury? I think it was his first game back from injury, right?
They said it was his third, but they've been playing him off the bench flat, I guess, because they're trying to work him back.
Oh, look, go figure.
Right?
The star returning, and they bring him off the bench instead of figuring they have to start him.
I don't think like Precious Achiuwa is going to stop Sabonis though. Like once he's ready to go, something tells me that's not going to be as much of a controversy on Sacramento sports radio.
I'm just saying, I'm looking at our situation.
No, I get you. But yeah, Bam like immediately as the game started, he started like 0 for 3. And the third one, he definitely got fouled. And then he got up and he was yelling at the referee. He did a classic D Wade. And then there was a turnover on the other side. So he was right there to cherry pick. And then he dunks and he yells right at the referees, call some effing fouls. And like, some arenas have that hot mic. I think it's probably when there's not a lot of people in the stands because it's very empty in Sacramento. You could hear him very clear as day cursing at the official. I'm surprised he wasn't teed up, to be honest with you.
Man, I ain't never went at an official like that. Never.
I mean, you don't have that time. You better get your ass back in the huddle.
Well, no. I remember one time I scored a touchdown and I got mushed. I got the mush and the drag over. And that's grounds for a fight. I'm gonna just tell you, you walk over me with your junk, near me, that's grounds for a fight. So I went to the official and fixed my helmet. And I said, it's your job to control this. I said, but if you allow it, then I'm going to have every right to protect myself. And I'm going to tell everybody we had this conversation. They start getting flags, boy. I'm like, I'm good. That boy good. We got like 2 or 3 15-yard penalties.
Intimidating. That's for a penalty, man. Look at you.
Yep.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just telling him how it is.
Negotiation.
I have every right on the football field to protect myself if the officials don't do it. So if I'm getting mushed, walked over, head turned over to the side as you get up from a tackle, those are grounds for some activity. I'm just put it that way.
Other headlines, the Hurricanes, they lost on basketball last night. Late FSU beat them 65-63. Probably the most disappointing loss of the season for the Kings. Yeah. FSU's not very good. So you have that. And then the Baseball Hall of Fame. They have elected Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones to this year's class.
I think Andrew Jones is known for what? The youngest player to hit a home run in the World Series?
At one point, I don't know if he still has that, but
he was like 19.
Yeah, I think he still has it.
Yeah,
against the Yankees. They lost that World Series though.
But, but they lost a lot of them.
Yeah,
they only won one with that run they had.
Yep. Big time overrated, the Atlanta Braves.
I mean, they had no resist. They were like what Buffalo was the last couple of years. No resistance in the division.
Speaking of big time overrated, Justin Herbert as a new offensive coordinator. You might have heard of him. We'll get to that coming up next. No, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy back with you here on a Wednesday hump day. We'll play a little Rats Off a Ship later on. We got NFL Championship Week coming up. The New England Patriots are taking on the Denver Broncos at 3 o'clock.
Is the point spread double digits?
It is not double digits, Leroy.
4.5.
It is. It's 4.5. I saw 5.5 this morning.
Oh,
bud.
okay.
But
have somewhere.
sometimes Hard Rock app though is there's like a point difference. Like that's how it was for the championship all week. So maybe that's that. You froze there for a second, Leroy.
Did you hear me?
You said you were about to say double digits. It's not double digits.
No,
5.5 for New England on the road though.
I early returns are. I'd be willing to go with New England until it gets to 7 or over 7.
That's your breaking point.
Yeah.
All right. And then the NFC, you got the Rams and the Seahawks at 6:30. Seattle.
This is going
point underdogs.
Huh?
Rams are a 2.5 point underdog,
Which means they're favored by a half.
Pretty fit. Yeah, like it's. I mean, they look at them as pretty even.
Right.
For the standard home 3-point favorite.
Right.
Which, I mean, look, they're both really good teams. They both got 14 wins. Jeez.
Oh, hey. I mean, after watching the playoffs and watching this past season, mostly in December, is there anybody playing better than Seattle?
Seattle's playing pretty great.
I mean, the Rams are winning. And give them credit, but they ain't playing as good football as Seattle.
Time out.
What's up?
Seattle's not playing great football. Their defense is playing great. Are we acting like we did not see the Rams have a 30-14 lead on them in the fourth quarter and they won a lucky game because some guy actually picked up a 2-point conversion that was a fumble that nobody realized?
That was crazy.
That was Rams Seattle.
Was that crazy? He just randomly picked it up.
Right, that was Rams Seattle. Rams.
So you think that is why it's so close?
Yeah, because the Rams beat them already in LA, and the Rams were beating them in that Thursday night game. Like that's,
right.
that loss was so weird because they went from being a 1 seed to a 5th seed. This is why everything is all confusing. But
plus,
you think these are the two best teams in the AFC? I mean the NFC. Regardless of what the seedings were.
Well, you got to mean like listen, they got a great defense. I mean those monstrosities they have on Seattle are so scary. We saw that this year. Yeah. But and also I think Darnold's banged up. Like that's another thing is like how long is he getting through with this whole oblique thing? Am I really going to pick a Matthew Stafford team against a Sam Darnold team? I don't know. I feel a little queasy about that.
It's hard to shake the Sam Darnold, right?
Oh, and yeah, I mean,
especially banged up, yeah.
And he still has he still sees ghosts.
Oh yeah, he's like ghost hunting. I think it's like being a Bigfoot truther; like it never leaves you.
It's not gonna leave him. When he said he left, he sees ghosts. It's not, that clip will not leave him. It's not.
Yeah.
You know we're gonna get May versus Stafford, the top 2 MVP candidates, and then they're gonna talk about it all leading up to Super Bowl week, and then when they do NFL honors, that's when they give out the awards the Thursday before the game.
I'm trying to think. Is it a payback?
Yeah, Patriots beat the Rams 13-3.
No, Cooper Kupp.
The job.
Cooper
Kupp revenge game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? He was like, wow. Wow. That's not a revenge game? I mean, he could,
but it's not his fault. Ricky Steamboat took his job.
But he was the last guy to win a Triple Crown.
Yeah, and then they saw Ricky Steamboat. That's what I call Puka Nacua.
I do see the resemblance.
Yes, so that's what I call
it.
And the Dragon came in and took his job. It's not his fault. And then Devontae catches all the 1-yard touchdowns.
No, I mean, listen, you got probably 2 of the sickest receivers in the league in this game. With
what you trying to say? You saying Devontae is the wide receiver version of Leroy?
What?
I mean,
well,
have you seen all his touchdowns this season?
I had to send Yeah, like everybody makes it sound like all my touchdowns were from the one. I had to send video evidence.
I know you sent me a highlight reel the other day. I'm like, I've seen these. Like, why are you sending it to me?
I thought
what was it? The Thanksgiving game when he had like a 13-yard touchdown run and a 22-yard touchdown run? You were balling that game, Leroy.
Dude, I got some 70-yarders.
Randy took his turkey leg though.
Yeah.
Randy did take his turkey leg.
I mean,
you lost your turkey leg.
I lost my turkey leg, but guess what? Watching him take a hitch and run up the sideline, I was like, I give him my turkey leg. Because it was amazing.
So what do you think about this? So we got the news yesterday. Mike McDaniel is apparently going to become the offensive coordinator of Justin Herbert. He pulled his name out of the Browns head coaching job.
You know why? Who
No.
wants a job with no quarterback?
He got nothing.
Like, I don't like if you look at all the decisions that these coaches are making, they're all based on I'm not going through the same crap I went through in my last team. So Kevin Stefanski, regardless of where he was going to go, he's not going somewhere where there's turmoil or confusion at the quarterback position because he just lived 5 years of that.
Somebody's gonna who is gonna land on that job? I don't feel like who is. I thought that was like their lead pony was gonna be Mike McDaniel. Who the hell wants that job?
Nobody, because look, okay, look at Mike McDaniel's situation. What went sideways down here? The quarterback situation.
Yep.
Right? Now you're gonna go sign up for the Browns with that chaos? Like, I get there's only 32 of these jobs, but you can't sign up for the same BS you just got fired for. So when people talk about, where was Harbaugh going to go, or where would Tomlin go, or where Sean McDermott, the first thing they're looking at is, which is your quarterback situation? Because I just left one that was chaotic.
It was chaotic, but it's also one that's connected. Like, it's hard, I think, for Dolphin fans not to feel like, oh, really, you're going to go to Herbert. And people are kind of losing their mind over it. They think that he's going to be great. I got to be honest with you. I don't think this is going to work out. I think I'm the only one who thinks this is going to, I think you have a wildly overrated quarterback. Super talented, but he's never won a playoff game, all right? Mm-hmm. All he is tall Tua. And...
Hey, I'm big, strong, powerful Tua.
Was he durable? Like he's
had durable.
He's had years where he's gotten banged up.
The reason why I say he's durable because he's been banged up. Listen, that beating he took against New England, that was wrong, man. If the Chargers wanted to call,
you wanted to go look at his offensive lineman and say, "What are y'all doing, dude?"
They could have called the cops. He could have called the cops for assault. The way New England was just abusing that offensive line.
I think I'm going to be the only person on this island. I think this is going to be a colossal failure.
I think it's going to be a success because he ain't got to worry about all the other stuff.
He doesn't have to worry about all the other stuff. But here's the thing. I mean, he's a one-half wonder. This guy is a play caller.
But you know what helps with that?
You got no plan.
Harbaugh. You know what helps with that? Harbaugh. Keep in mind, Harbaugh was a quarterback.
I understand.
So you got an offensive coordinator who's the head coach of a former quarterback who knows how to put things together. So he's going to use Harbaugh. He's going to use Mike's creativeness, right? But when it comes to situations like what to do here, what to do in the second half, how to adjust, then you got Harbaugh for that because he was a quarterback and he's the head coach. So it's gonna work really well because he's basically just taking the innovation of Mike McDaniel and putting it into some
but
organization.
If he was so innovative and it was going to work out for him, why did they fire their offensive coordinator in the first place? Like a guy he's had Harbaugh? For a long time. Yeah. If he's got all that. He's not a wizard.
I don't know the particulars of it, right? But I would say that it wasn't good enough. It wasn't put together good enough.
This guy is West Coast Josh Allen. They got an excuse, everything under the sun for his quarterback. Everything under he's offensive line issues. He doesn't have targets. It's the coach. He's treated like a baby.
Just hit the button. Hit the button. Lashing out.
I'm not lashing out.
Lashing out.
I'm not lashing out.
Tobin, are you afraid that he gets with Justin Herbert and they start connecting, and then now you start wondering, wait a minute, could this have been in Miami?
Well, here's the thing. I've seen it in Miami. He was able to do it for a couple of years. Then it fell off because Tua couldn't stop running into people.
Again, but he's not going to be the head coach.
I'm sorry. Tell me, boys, did you see Mike McDaniel work miracles with any other quarterback? Like he's just got this magic touch?
You know what?
Maybe, how do we know that Tua didn't build up him?
-1.
Why?
Tua built him up.
-1.
Dude, this guy.
Tua built him up. Tua's the one. So Mike,
what did he do with Skylar Thompson? What he did? What did he do with Quinn Ewers?
Come on, Tobin.
Here's the deal, Vlad.
How many good teams he beat as a coach?
Vlad, here's the deal. I don't know why his feelings are hurt. He didn't want Mike McDaniel. He didn't want him back. Everybody said it was time to move on. Why are you complaining now that he's gone? He's your ex.
I'm trying to put some sanity in the Dolphin fans because they're all cowering. Like,
you didn't want him. Who cares?
Oh, people care. People care.
No, nobody wanted him. Everybody was ready to move on from Mike McDaniel. So if wherever he goes, who cares?
Why?
Like, move on.
First of all, people
move
care.
Forward.
Welcome to Sports, Leroy. People care, and they like to keep tabs. Vlad is still rooting against Sam Darnold this weekend. Like,
you didn't want him as a coach.
Doesn't matter. I'm telling you.
It matters.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now, I think I'm the only one who's going to be on this island because everybody thinks this is dynamic. I tell you, it's not going to work. First of all, it's not going to work. And second of all, it's not going to work. I don't even know how good that team is. Like, to be honest with you, look at that division. You're lucky you had a down year with Kansas City. All right. You got Mendoza coming into the fold over there. And you also already have the Denver Broncos, who were amazing this year. The Chargers? With their brittle offensive line and slow receivers? Good luck.
You know they'll be healthy next season, right?
Oh, really?
I
forgot in football, you can really guarantee health, especially with two tackles who are porcelain.
Vlad, let me tell you how this is going to work. Let me tell you how this is going to work.
And they still
they're gonna ball out next year, and we're gonna have this conversation with Tobin about the things he said on January 21st. And he's like, pull it up. I don't believe. No, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. Here you go. You put words in my mouth again. What?
No,
it's gonna come. We do this all the time.
Have Dade South clip it. Have JFig clip it. Have Vlad clip it. Whoever.
Oh, you can just be honest, Porsche.
I'm being honest.
And when we get to that situation, go, yeah, I said it. Instead of having to go through all that.
I'm saying it right now. Let me tell you something.
If we were at home, I'd say rigmarole.
I'll tell you something right now, dude. I think Mike McDaniel as the Chargers offensive coordinator is going to stink.
Okay. You owning it?
I own it.
You own it?
I think Mike McDaniel and his verbiage, his long-windedness, all right, and his overrated creativity, I think he's going to stink. You want to know why?
Okay.
Because I think he's overrated. I think Justin Herbert is overrated.
Yeah.
And I think that I think Jim Harbaugh got tricked.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If the Dolphins had drafted Herbert, just based on, and the Chargers ended up with Tua, would Mike McDaniel still be the coach? Because he'd have a healthy quarterback.
I mean, Mike McDaniel might have never gotten the job. I don't know. If Brian Flores would have taken Justin Herbert, isn't that the ultimate sliding glass?
True.
Who knows?
True.
We might never even heard of this this weirdo.
Leroy not realizing Tobin is doing a thing. Undefeated.
I'm not doing a thing. I swear.
You always say that. You always say that. Do you do a thing,
dude?
No,
I'm not doing a
you
thing.
Know what? Own it,
ladies and gentlemen.
Own it, dude.
Do you know what makes this so great, Leroy?
What?
Guess who's coming to Miami in 2026?
The Chargers.
The LA Chargers visit the Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium this year.
Good. I'm glad. I can't wait for Halfley to put Mike McDaniel in a box.
How? Because Tua's not going to be there. So on that alone, the Herbert Tua comparison, the fact that Tua's not even going to be on the field to compete
doesn't matter, dude. You can put some viewers out there.
Without knowing your quarterback situation, I would be careful.
Why?
What?
We got the ponies on defense. We'll shut them down.
Well, how many points you gonna score?
Wait, did they whoop your ass this year?
Who?
The Chargers.
They didn't whoop ass. I mean, like the game was close, and Jalen Phillips didn't know how to tackle Justin Herbert. Super annoying.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
Yeah, super annoying.
And
thanks to Mike McDaniel for drawing up great plays in that one.
So you have no idea who the quarterback is going to be here, and you already writing checks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hardest position in the sport to get.
I'm not.
You
I'm
don't
not-
have it,
Hey,
and
I'm
you
not
write
losing
checks.
sleep over it. I'm not losing sleep. Oh, everybody's going. Oh, could you be? They're going to be amazing. I'm like,
Oh, that's
what?
right. What about Malik Willis?
What about him? I'm for it. Let's go.
All right. Hey,
New
you
Year's
need to
Saints
calm
go.
down. Hey, until you have a better idea what your team gonna look like, stop selling tickets.
I'm not selling tickets.
You are. You talking mad trash.
No,
you
I'm
need
not
to
talking
stop.
trash. I'm just like, I'm not worried. Good, go to the Chargers. It's not going
Then
to
why
work.
are you making a big deal about it if you like good?
People are making a big deal out of it, and they're
Why
like,
are you
oh,
making a big deal about
they
it?
think they're going to turn into the greatest show on turf. I'm like, you're not. You'll have flash in the pans. You'll beat bad teams. Wait till he has to beat a good team. Wait till he has to go beat not up and coming Denver. Wait till he has to beat real Denver. He'll wilt
already.
He'll wilt. Yeah,
They
that
beat
was years
Denver.
ago.
He beat Kansas City. He beat Denver.
Who
He
beat Kansas City?
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, no, I'm talking with Mike McDaniel, dude.
It doesn't.
Times
But
have
he's
changed.
the OC. He's not the head
Times
coach.
have changed.
See, Vlad, that's
Times
the
have
point I
changed.
tried to make over and over again with the head coach being a quarterback.
Who
You don't
likes
think
to run the ball. And this is what Mike McDaniel was supposed to come to Miami. That's what his whole big thing was. He was what? The
run coordinator.
The
Oh
run
yeah.
coordinator
Well,
for the
tell the
Niners.
Hey, Vlad, tell the Chargers fans. Short yard situations. See you, dude. He doesn't know how to
Well,
call them.
Guess what? You have a J.K. Dobbins and you have an Omari and
You could have J.K. Dobbins. You could have Refrigerator Perry back there. It doesn't matter. He's going to screw it up. That's what Mike McDaniel
why?
does.
But I don't
They got
understand. Why are you so?
They got a Vidal. They're good, man.
Hey, dude. I hope you guys tell all our Chargers fans out there. I hope you guys enjoy deep routes to the fullback. He loves that play.
And you know who's gonna ball out for him? OG2.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it took him
Man,
3 years to
I
realize
don't
what
know.
a tight end was.
Right. Tobin sounds like the ex who claims to be over it, but deep down still want him.
No, I'm telling you right now.
If you don't want him, he's on the other coast. Let's move on.
No.
You wanted him in Cleveland. That's what you wanted him to go. You wanted him to go to a worse place. And the fact that he's going to be a
Well, he doesn't have the stones for it. He'd rather hide under.
No, it's not the
I call him
stones.
out for not
Hey,
having.
Tobin,
He doesn't have the stones for it. He
Tobin, it's
doesn't.
not the stones. It's the quarterback.
Yeah, he doesn't. So he can't coach his way out of a paper bag, is what you're saying. So he hides under the bosom of Jim Harbaugh.
All right.
That's good. Go hide under Mother Hen. Take a break. We're back after this. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. A lot of dramatics happening all over the league. Jeff Hathley and John Eric Sullivan will have their introductory press conference tomorrow. I look forward to it being concise with well-thought-out thoughts.
Yeah, you taking shots today, man.
I'm not taking shots. I'm not
Petty
taking
Tobin's
shots.
here, baby.
Yeah.
I love it. I love when Petty Tobin's here.
Everybody's sitting here. Ooh, he's going to be amazing. Oh, okay, why? Because all his little media cronies say so? We'll see.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Look, you got no more Jimmy, no
How
more.
come Man Campbell didn't want him?
Didn't
What
want
was
who?
Didn't want Mike McDaniel.
He interviewed, didn't he?
Yeah, and they said, not a fit. You want to know why? Because he's not a fit, dude.
Listen, I'm going to tell you firsthand. Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel are a fit. And I would love to record the first conversation those two crazy people have together.
Oh, yeah.
Fashion. They're gonna have a fashion conversation.
It's going to be a couple of
It is crazy. That, like, I know how crazy Jim Harbaugh is. He is an intense dude.
You think Jim
Mike
Harbaugh,
McDaniel is not.
you think Jim Harbaugh crops up the khakis now that he's got Mike McDaniel there? Shows
Tight
the ankles.
Tight khakis.
Nah. Harbaugh gonna tuck his sweater in to his khakis and wear his football shoes. And Mike is gonna be like, I gotta wear Jordans.
Vasil says, dude, you can't expect something next year. No, I'm not, because this guy laid the franchise to waste.
He did?
Yeah. He doesn't have a part in it? What, does he get to go off scot-free willy-nilly? Unbelievable.
Did you have this much venom for Chris Greer?
No.
I mean, Vlad, what was the point in having that much venom for Chris Greer? Ripping Chris Greer was so obvious. Everybody was doing it. Of course he had to get fired. They all should have been fired. They all should have been fired after the Browns game.
But
And he
why?
was just, oh, look how I rallied the troops for 4 wins against terrible teams. The story of his career. Up
Question.
and down.
Question. How can I put this? When people complain about only beating teams you have a better record than, doesn't that kind of put you right where you belong in the league? So if you're only beating average teams, that makes you average.
Dude, he was bad against good teams. He was.
Yes, because the
Always.
team wasn't good enough.
Okay. And who's
For whatever reason,
does he
the
get a pass
team
for
was
that
not
too?
good enough.
Did he get a pass for that too?
No, no, he didn't get a pass. He got fired.
Yeah.
So did the
Well,
GM.
no, 'cause he's bad at his job.
Okay, then that's fine.
Bad at his job. He got worse every single season, had
Hey.
no control of an organization.
Hey.
His play calling lasted a quarter of
Right.
creativity. He was a
Right.
Tyreek Hill merchant. Let's say that too. What did he do without Cheetah? Zero, dude.
Glad.
Zero
Right.
without the Cheetah.
Glad.
Couldn't
Let me tell
figure
you.
out too deep all season
Right.
2 years ago.
No, you know why I'm familiar with this conversation?
Go ahead, Leroy.
It's the same conversation that I had with Browns fans when they fired Bill Belichick.
Mm.
And I'm not-
we've had
hold
this
on.
conversation
Let me
over
be
30
clear.
years ago.
Conversation
Let me
when you
be
were a player
clear.
with fans.
Let me be clear.
He's a
I
people-
am not saying that Mike McDaniel's going to end up being Bill Belichick. So don't even go there. But I am going to say this. You think because a person is not successful in your situation that he's garbage, right? I mean, have we not learned with the quarterbacks moving around having success? It happens. Maybe he finds a better situation, more stability. Maybe there's more stability in LA.
I can't wait when they ask Mike McDaniel. What's the difference between Justin Herbert and Tua Tagovailoa?
Oh, I mean, listen, he could tell
Oh,
you.
wait. As Justin Herbert is holding Mike in his arms,
Yeah.
this is
listen,
the difference.
Tua's already told you what the difference. He's already told you what the difference is between him and other quarterbacks. I don't need Mike McDaniel to tell me. Tua will tell you. We got twice the quarterback I am.
I just think that sometimes when you look at how that team is built from top to bottom, they're in a better place than the Dolphins are. And so the success that he may or may not have will reflect that they're just in a better place right now.
I mean, yeah, well, hard to be in a worse place. Like, that's why he got
Where
fired,
they-
Leroy. Duh. Like-
Okay.
Like, they cleaned house. Obviously, they're in a better place. That's why he's available to go to that place.
Right. I mean, are you,
I just think what's weird about it is like you've sat here, you've talked about his flaws for
yes,
years
yes,
as a play caller,
yes.
and now all of a sudden you think Justin Herbert, who really, I mean, let's be real about it, has underachieved throughout his entire career the way people talk about him. You're all of a sudden be like, oh, this is the miracle fix? Why?
No, I did. That's not what I said. I said that this has a better chance of working out with Mike calling the plays because he has a coach who also had to go through those adjustments at halftime. And so they're going to be better coming out in the second half calling plays because the head coach was a quarterback and had to go through the same stuff. That's what I said.
Okay, but if he would have made those adjustments, he probably wouldn't have fired his longtime offensive coordinator. Like, obviously, it's not foolproof, dude. And so he's going to Mike McDaniel looking for some ideas. And I think Jim Harbaugh might be a little surprised when he goes, oh, man, this guy's got no ideas. He seems a little slow on the trigger to be able to adjust on things. That's been a thing we've talked about with Mike McDaniel his entire coaching career.
Not early on.
I had questions then, but
I'm saying not in his first 2 seasons. I mean,
no, even back then.
Okay.
I mentioned
they
were winning.
I'm excluding you.
But I could see it.
You played the game. We didn't. So when we're seeing,
can you share that? Can you share that with Tobin?
I told you this already.
I'm only taking what you've told me. I agree with you. Like I've been agreeing with you the whole time. That's why I find your stance on this so surprising. Like I've taken the tutelage from Leroy Horde to tell me Mike McDaniel is wildly overrated.
I didn't say all that.
Not a guru.
I did not say all that.
I've taken your criticisms and I've
You on fire today, Tobin. I love it. You know what I love about Tobin? He needed one day to get to mourn over the Canes loss, right? He saw a Heat win, and then he got McDaniel hired, and old Tobes is back. Oh,
hey, you ready?
God.
This is what he's doing.
And if it lands, it lands.
Yes.
Wherever it lands and who's the casualties, so be it.
I just thought you'd be more on board with me. Like I've only been listening to you. For years you've been trying to teach me football.
Because I've seen a lot of coaches and a lot of position guys and a lot of coordinators go somewhere where the situation and the circumstance are a little bit better and they have success. Like there's a lot of coaches out there who were coaches before and then went to coordinator job. Look no further than Alabama with the coaching rehab. You had 2 coaches in the finals.
Did you see that Eric Bieniemy is back in KC?
Yeah, remember
he's back.
Yeah, they were high flying offense when he was OC.
I mean, listen. When he played, he was like thick A-Chan. Now he's just thick.
I'm also like reading some of the quotes. There's a lot of drama going on. This NFL. It's so good. Because now it's like it's drama season while we're waiting for these games. All these owners are talking, and this Bills owner's like, "Oh yeah, my GM didn't make those picks. The coach made those picks." I was like, "Whoa!"
Listen, it's CYA. It's CYA throughout the NFL.
Hey, save your ass.
Yeah,
save your ass. Like the basically makes no sense for 2 people to be fired. It's better if you get fired. It makes no sense for me to be fired.
We both have to leave.
As a matter of fact, why don't you fire him? And then you know what? Give me a promotion at the same time.
Did you guys see
Buffalo story is crazy.
Did you guys see the Giants GM yesterday? He was like trying to introduce Harbaugh. He's like having a panic attack up there.
Well, he's sick.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, I had not the owner, the GM.
Oh, you talking about okay.
No, I know Mara's sick. I'm talking about the guy who traded Saquon, Joe Schoen.
Oh, well, Shane's probably scared because he probably is announcing the guy that's about to fire his ass.
Hell, dude, I mean, like John Harbaugh, like yesterday, he's like, yeah, we don't got to talk about hierarchy or anything like that. Like,
oh yeah, because you got it. That's why. Hey. He basically should have said this. We ain't got to talk about hierarchy, but we know.
Yeah, you guys get it.
We know what's up.
It was crazy yesterday. We'll give you some of that coming on up, but we got to take a break. Get you caught up with your headlines. More shenanigans on the other side. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. It's also just a little dishonest, like, oh, you're going to go to Justin Herbert after all these years being number 1 Tua cheerleader, It's a little wrestling, if you ask me. You know what I mean, dude?
Oh my God, you love that.
It's a tough look. It's a tough look for Mike. Not a genuine guy.
Leroy, you know what?
Where should he have gone to coach?
Anywhere else.
He wanted to go to Cleveland.
Yeah, he should have gone to Cleveland. Even Baltimore would have been fine with me. Go to Baltimore if or some. What was the other place that he had something else lined up too? But it's fine.
Are you shocked that many teams had an interest in Mike McDaniel in some capacity?
Not really. Oh, I think the Eagles were interested in him too.
No, but are you you're not shocked?
No, I'm
because
not
the way you're talking about him, he probably could only coach high school next year.
No, because I think the consensus is that he is a good offensive mind who can't be a head coach. I think that's the consensus.
So then,
I'm here
confused.
to tell you.
If you admit to that,
right?
Then why?
Because I don't I don't agree with the consensus.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Even all those teams that showed all that interest.
What teams now?
Like good teams. Not just scrub teams.
Yeah. Well, if they were so good, why did they fire the coordinators?
They weren't good enough, and they think Mike can get them over the hump.
Well, they're going to be disappointed.
Are they?
I think they will be, dude.
How
I
do
think
you know they're going to be disappointed?
I don't know. If I knew, I would buy a lottery ticket. I think they will stink.
And if they don't,
well, what if they do? Will you say Tobin was right?
I highly doubt. I highly doubt the Chargers are going to be worse than what they were this year.
Okay. I'm sure this will be the year when maybe when Justin Herbert's 35, that'll be there. They get him over the hump.
But that falls more on the head coach than the offensive coordinator.
Interesting.
Like, who do you blame for the failures here? The head coach, right?
Oh, everybody.
No. Mostly the head coach. Mostly the head coach.
Mostly, I would blame actually Chris Greer for the failures. But
why are you taking it out on Mike McDaniel?
Because Mike McDaniel also deserves a lot of blame for the failures.
Okay, as the head coach, right?
Yeah.
So if he goes somewhere,
hold on. Let me finish. To go to your point, if you would have said, would you blame the offensive coordinator? Well, I would if he was the one calling the plays.
Okay. So my question is now that he's going somewhere in a lesser role, why are you all of a sudden blaming him when you blamed him as the head coach before? Wouldn't all that go to the head coach, so it would go to Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah, except Jim Harbaugh doesn't call his own plays. He's going to let Mike call his plays, I would assume. So if for example, if Mike McDaniel was here and he could blame Frank Smith, but he couldn't because Frank Smith doesn't call plays. If he could blame Bobby Slowick or any of the 9 other offensive coordinators that he had, or Darrell Bevel, then fine. But he can't because he's the play caller. So Jim Harbaugh, he used a scapegoat this year. He fired his offensive coordinator. So he thinks that this guru is going to fix things for him, and he won't. But it's okay. Happy for everybody. I'm moving on.
Glad.
Now, anyway, I got
a
Halfley era.
I'm going to just say this to all the people out there listening. In about 6 or 7 months from now, this conversation is going to come up again. And old samurai is going to pull out the katanas.
Semantic samurai?
Yeah.
Now we got it. So you're saying that the LA Chargers, not San Diego, but the Los Angeles Chargers, will be worse off this upcoming season in 2026 than they were previously in 2025 and 24.
I do think that will be worse off because I think the division's going to get better. Yep.
No. Don't see. He already did it. He threw a little something in there.
I don't care about the rest of the division.
I don't care about the rest of the division. Asking
is Mike McDaniel going to make them better, worse, or the same?
They'll be worse.
Okay, so that's the bet. They will be worse.
What are you defining by word? Are we just going record? Are we going offensive rank?
We're going by record.
They'll be worse.
Okay, so by record, you say they'll be worse.
Yep.
Okay.
Less than 11.
Leroy, is that the bet you want to make by record, or you want to go by offensive ranking?
It's weird because here's what I will say.
Because they could have a top 10 offense.
Every year plays differently. Like very rarely are you going to have two teams that are 13, 14 wins. Like what happened the last 2 years, one with Minnesota and Detroit, and this past year with Seattle and the Rams, who played for the number 1 seed the last week, and one ended up being 5th, right? Like it could be a situation like that, but you don't know what the record is going to be, where that is going to come into play. So it could be 14 wins. It could be a couple of teams with 14 wins. It could be a couple of teams with 13 or 12 wins, but they're still going to be competing for,
They were 12th in yards per game, total yards per game. And let's see, in passing.
Who's the old coordinator?
Is it Roman?
Yeah.
All right.
Greg Roman.
Harbaugh
He's a good coordinator.
They were 18th in passing yards last year at 212.
Roman has to fall on the sword because how many coaches has this Herbert gotten fired, by the way?
Just one.
No, he's had 3. This is his 3rd head coach, Vlad.
Right, but let's wait. Anthony Lynn. He wasn't to blame for Anthony Lynn.
What?
He wasn't to blame for Anthony.
Why not? Tua got blamed for Flores.
They let Lynn go. Now, if you're going to talk about Brandon Staley,
why does he get the pass? Tua got blamed for Flores.
Brandon Staley.
Oh,
he was the worst.
He stunk as a coach.
He stunk as a coach. That's not Herbert's fault.
Is it? I don't
know. Hey, Vlad, we like. You go ahead. I don't know why you do this, Tobin.
Why do I do what? There's certain quarterbacks that get treated differently than other quarterbacks. Josh Allen, same way. All he is West Coast Josh Allen without the playoff wins. That's all he is.
I mean, but
I'm sure he's a lovely man.
How many quarterbacks have actually won the Super Bowl?
I'm not talking about Super Bowl. Playoff wins, 0. Not winning a wild card game, Leroy.
So you're saying that Jalen Hurts is better than Herbert?
I do think that Jalen Hurts is better than Herbert. I do.
Philly don't even think that.
That's just because Philly's a bunch of miserable bastards. If I was Philly, I would be like, where can we build your statue, Mr. Hurts? And your tush push and you outplaying Patrick Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls. Where can I do that for you? And they're just sitting here miserable. That's all right. That's fine. If you guys want to, if I need somebody to play a quarterback on One Tree Hill, I'll call Justin Herbert.
So let's go here. All right. Knowing the quarterback chaos that is down here, what do you expect from the Dolphins next year? Because there probably going to be a lot of complaints about how the team looks as they try to figure out, the money and how they're going to get everything going.
Yeah, I'm going to have to evaluate Hoff and Sully tomorrow, like when I got to hear what their plan is. See how they lay the ground.
Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Well, I know. Are there punchings of face in the offseason? I think they've already come into this knowing they're punched in the cap face.
Right. Which is big. Not having no money to spend.
Stuff.
That's big.
When you get that Tua face, that's a big head. Get your hands.
I want to know if he's like going to be sitting there at that press conference.
No, man.
What's up, guys?
You
think he knows he's not wanted?
I would say in many of these situations, the player understands what the fan base thinks.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I mean, that's why he said he'd be down, or he said a fresh start would be dope. That's what he said at the end of the season, right?
A fresh start could be a new coordinator and a new coach too.
It could be, but let's be real. Like this is when we're talking clean house because of how much money he makes. Like that's a 3-prong process. Like it was Greer, McDaniel, and it eventually should be Tua whenever the timing is right with it. You know,
I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to keep him.
I'm sure he'll get asked about it tomorrow. Old Sully, and Sully's going to be.
You know what I mean? It doesn't cost you anything to keep him. You're paying for him anyway.
Cheaper to keep him.
So why? So my question is, if you're a new coach coming in.
Right.
Why wouldn't you just kick the tires and have some type of, have them fight for the job?
Doing essentially what you're saying, like an Atlanta Falcons with Kirk Cousins.
Correct.
I understand.
Because I don't care how much money you have in a cap sport to take a $99 million hit. It is going to be costly, and it's $55 million this year, and I want to say 37 next year.
Here's the thing.
So it's not just 1 year; it's 2 years.
Here's the thing that I would say to that, Leroy, is the only problem I would find with that. I don't know how much of a problem you find it. Let's say you bring in Malik Willis, right? Mm-hmm. I would assume Malik is under the impression he's going to be the starter, but let's say he's in a camp with Tua,
right? We've
heard, hey, Tua's good in practice. Like, who's to say, like, Tua can't outperform him in a camp? Like, Malik has basically been a career backup other than getting a chance in Tennessee when they were terrible.
Then if he outperforms Malik, don't you want him as the quarterback?
I don't know, because then
don't you want the best guy for the job?
But I'm asking, I'm sitting here because it would look weird, right? Because Tua's obviously he's had talent. I know everybody thinks that he stinks. But let's say, like you said, he gets his body right, he gets his mind right, and you had him on the roster as an option to go to, and he outperforms Malik Willis. Mm-hmm. Like, are we going to go through this dance again with Tua as the starter? Maybe we will. I'm just saying, you don't think that's going to be awkward?
If he wins the job, if you're a fan, you want the best guy that gives you the best chance to win. Why would you care?
That's what I think. It's just one of those things. Because if let's say they are going to do the Green Bay thing, I feel like, and I know people don't like this because people like quarterback competition. They don't want anybody giving anything, but let's be real about it. That's how it goes in sports. You're sold on certain things. And so if you're bringing in this guy, because I'm sure Malik Willis will have a ton of opportunities to back up anywhere that he wants to.
Right.
But he probably wants the opportunity to really start.
But if he's not your best guy, and he doesn't start, then that's on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to, like, if you think Tua is what he is and he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL, and a lot of people believe that, right? And you bring somebody in that you think could be the starting quarterback and he doesn't win the job, like, it is the coach's responsibility to put the best guy that gives you the best chance to win. Is it not? You have to do one or two things. If you're afraid that this could happen,
right,
then you don't even bring Tua in the camp.
But that's why, but it's not only that. It's like, all right, let's say in your scenario, Tua beats out Malik Willis in a competition because he's good in practice. Then we get to the live bullets. We get to a game, and the first drive stalls out, and the fans are going to go crazy and boo his ass, and then we're back to drama again.
But again, as a coach, all you have is the information that you're processing on a daily basis.
You do
come to that conclusion.
Now,
this guy hasn't been a head coach for the Miami Dolphins, and he hasn't been through a camp or off season with them. Now, if he goes into a game time situation and then he sees that this is only a mental thing, this would only be a mental thing if Tua outperforms in practice every day, in his preparation and all these things, and then gets into a game and stinks it up week after week after week. It's a mental thing.
Right.
All right. Because you've seen him perform at practice and all the things there. So there's one or two ways you could go about it. Right. If it gets to that point, you got to replace him, then it is what it is. But if you bring him into camp and he wins the job, you got to play him. Because not only does he see it, but so does all the other players on the field.
Yeah, it reminds me a little like when people freaked out because like Teddy Bridgewater came in and they're like, well, what if he beats Tua? And I'd be like, well, then Tua probably shouldn't be the quarterback. I get what you're saying, but I also feel like because of how big and enormous that contract is and the reason you're in the situation you're in, you can't just look at it as a straight up competition best player plays. And the other thing is, I would imagine, he just did this interview with the Dolphins drive time host, Travis Wingfield, didn't mention Tua once in the press conference when asked about building, or in the interview when asked about building blocks. The other thing is, we got this Troy Aikman lingering around all the decisions. Last time we heard him talk about McDaniel and Tua, he was ripping them the holy hell. My guess is they already are going into this thing with he's not going to be on the roster.
They could very well, and I'm not saying that they're not, right? I'm not saying that that's not what they've already predetermined. I'm more along the lines of, you're paying them all that money, you might as well try to see if it can work. And if it doesn't, then you deal with it. But I think at this point, it almost seems like they'll get rid of Tua just to appease the fans.
You think Tua demands a trade? You think he goes to Sullivan? He goes, I demand a trade.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see that line yesterday by Mike Dunleavy, the Warriors GM?
No.
So he was doing a press conference yesterday talking about the Jimmy Butler thing, but somebody asked him about Kuminga. And this was such a rough line that he put on Kuminga because somebody asked him about the trade demand.
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as the demand, I'm aware of that. I think when in terms of demands, when you make a demand, there needs to be demand on the market. So we'll see where that unfolds. But we got to do what's best for our organization, and that's what we'll do. And as far as it goes with...
That's so rough. Like, he needs a trade. There needs to be demand on the market. Nobody wants his ass.
Dude, what's going on? You're right. You saying this is a crazy time in sports. Pegula, the GM of the Bills, basically said, our GM didn't want to draft Keon Coleman. That was the head coach and his staff that wanted to do it.
Dude.
And Keon Coleman's still
right.
He's still on the roster.
Dude, that's such a rough look for the organization. Like, you're going to tell, hey, yeah, we didn't want him. The other guy wanted him. Like, all right, Keon Coleman, like, hey, okay, cool. Can I leave then? See ya.
This is the nastiness I hate, man. Like, all of a sudden now you're putting a lot of the blame. If you read all these stories about the Bills and what's transpired, you would think that nobody got along. They had a meeting. Coach said to the owner, general manager, we're soft. Our roster is not as talented. You haven't signed the free agents or the players that we need. And then the next day he got fired.
Probably shouldn't say that to your boss. Just go out there and say that.
I mean, if they ask you what's going on with with the team, you're trying to be honest. You might have thought you had some.
People don't want honesty.
Be honest, Bosh.
People don't want honesty. So everybody thinks that everybody thinks that the best solution is just to cut bait. To me, in a salary cap sport, I understand that that's what will probably happen. But I would say in a salary cap sport, to have that money just gone,
right,
hurts you a lot.
I think, I don't think that your plan is bad because I think you've said, like, if Tua can get himself into better shape this offseason, like, it's not like he's not an NFL quarterback. He could be on a roster for the rest of his career if he wanted to, right? It's not like Tua's not one of the best 64 people at this on the planet. So I get what you're saying. Would you rather have him as your backup or Quinn Ewers or just have a competition? But it's tough not to have the baggage there. And I think
I get all of that.
Even for Stephen Ross, I think that's a hard thing. Just being like, I feel like Stephen Ross has probably made the decision. I'm out on this guy.
Somebody said Leroy's probably the most disingenuous radio host I've ever listened to. Let's put that in context. You do understand I do a show with Tobin.
Hey.
And he's on the other side of that. And so it seems that way. But it's because I end up fighting him more than the circumstances of what we're talking about. I'm just not a fan of just throwing that money away. Right. And I know that the guys from Green Bay may very well like Malik Willis. And I'm not against that either. Okay. But to just give a guy a job that's as important as that without any real competition. And let's be clear. There's been guys who have been signed for big money and guys who've been drafted in the 3rd and 4th round that end up winning the job. And it's the coach's responsibility to put the best guy that gives you the best chance.
Mm-hmm.
So if they think Malik is the best option, I do think one of the things that he has over Tua is that he's a little thicker. He looks like he can, he's wrapped in a sturdy package, right? So from that standpoint, just him standing back there at quarterback looks different.
Sturdy package?
Sturdy. He's sturdy. Big boy. He's like 6'3".
Not a flimsy package.
Right. We know that he can play in the cold because he's done it. So there's a lot of positive things coming from that. However, he's never started a whole season. So there's that. Now, it's happened before. It happened in Green Bay. Green Bay traded for Brett Favre and got him from Atlanta. It's happened. But you just have to be careful with how you go about it, because the last thing you want is to be stuck in the same situation with no quarterback again.
We'll take a break here on the program. More to come. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you as we roll on here on this lovely Wednesday. Happy birthday, Leroy, to Jack Nicklaus.
Oh,
86 today.
The Golden Bear.
Golden Bear. Delicious drink.
Wait, what?
The Arizona
That's Arnold Palmer.
Jack
buddy.
Nicklaus. No.
Is it Jack Nicklaus?
No, Jack Nicklaus is strawberry lemonade, my man.
You're
Don't
right,
hate.
You're right.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Minus one on me.
Did you see there? I mean, there's a lot of pettiness. There's a lot of pettiness going on in the NFL right now. But
Well, I mean, we look no further than this show with you. What are you talking about?
What? I'm sorry.
Flat.
Just
There's a
tired
lot
of
of
it.
petty in the NFL. Like,
I
really?
acknowledge. I'm
Right.
being a little petty.
From the minute the show started, it's
Yes.
just the pettiness from Tobin.
Sick of everybody gushing over the guy. You wait.
Nobody who's gushing over him.
Everybody,
Time
dude.
out.
Everybody.
You were gushing over him 2.5 years ago.
And then what happened? He ripped
Well,
my
then
heart out.
okay, so he broke
Ripped my heart out with boring offense.
Tobin, don't be a jilted ex.
Why not? Being a jilted ex is underrated.
No, it's terrible.
It's a bad look for you.
It's a bad look until I'm right. Right now, I'm just early.
No, you know what happens to jilted ex? They either right or they look even worse.
Right, exactly. But when they look right, oh, it's a good feeling, Vlad.
But when they're wrong, they even look worse.
Let me tell you something. Some of my finest days were when I was Pope Petty and LeBron James and the Cavaliers kept losing. And I was really right until I wasn't. But man, the times that I was right those 2 years felt great.
What 2 years? When they lost the finals?
Yeah, it felt great.
But they got to the final.
Doesn't matter. It was only because it was only because Chris Bosh's blood didn't work. They got lucky.
Oh my!
They got to keep facing the Raptors. And look at DeMar DeRozan now, losing fights to Pelle Larsson.
You know what?
Dude,
I can't be upset with him.
let it
I'm
go.
gonna tell you why, Troy.
He's
I have
on
to
one
say,
today. He
if you
got
live
a
long-
pocket full of them.
No. But Tobin's following my philosophy. If you live long enough, you may be right.
Exactly, dude.
If you live long enough, everything that you said or you doubted can be actual and factual, and then you'll be right. But you got to hope that these things turn around.
And that you survive long enough to say you
Or
were
you
right.
survive. Like you hating Mike McDaniel. That Chargers offense is probably going to be a top 10 offense. And he's probably going to get a new head coaching job in the next 2 years.
We'll see. Otherwise, or he blows it, and he's just juice box boy the rest of his life.
You would like for him to be juice box boy.
He can go back to Shanahan.
Hey, so all these teams that have been clamoring for Mike McDaniel in some capacity, who know way more about what's going on than us, you saying they were all lying?
Can't be clamoring that much. I mean, Stefanski got a head coaching job. He coached the Browns.
Have you seen that situation?
Well, have you seen Baker Mayfield has come out?
He got up.
So, reporter D. Orlando Ledbetter, he covers the Falcons.
Respected journalist.
Respected. But he took he was talking up, I guess, Stefanski, and he said Kevin Stefanski had a dumpster fire at quarterback in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson failed, which started a chain reaction to 11 other starters. QB Shedeur Sanders to close out last season with 7 starts. So Baker Mayfield saw this, and he said, "Failed is quite a reach, pal. Still waiting on a text/call from him after I got shipped off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach."
He's right. He's right. By the way, Baker's right.
Wow.
Because that last year, Baker tried to play through a messed up arm.
Yeah, rotator cuff, right? Or shoulder, labrum, something like that.
Yeah. And he tried to play through it, and it cost him. If he had not played all year, he would still be a Browns quarterback. But he tried to suck it up and play, which is part of the problem that athletes sometimes have. You play hurt and you're still graded, even though the team knows what your situation is, right? So that's how that ended. It didn't really end with Baker playing poorly. It ended because he tried to play through an injury that made it very difficult to throw the ball. And as a quarterback, you need to be able to throw the ball. So Baker's right. and that he should still feel some saltiness about knowing the circumstances in which he played and they still shipped him out, right? It's one of the parts of football that kind of sucks, that they'd say, give us what you have, even if it's 70%, and then they grade you like you're 100%. So if I'm him, I think I would always carry that bitterness.
I like that Baker's real about that stuff. He doesn't try and be like, oh,
Right.
John, we're on a better place. He goes, nah, I hate your ass.
Right. But that's so yeah, that was an issue. And then the other quarterback stuff is accurate. Right? The other
Yeah, listen, I don't disagree that Stefanski had a weird like once they've got into the Deshaun Watson business, it's been a disaster. But
right.
That's
But to include for the reporter to include Baker without understanding the circumstances.
Yeah, Baker won a playoff game, right?
Yep. I would say that's what Baker kind of snapped back at without, but sometimes people make comments without knowing the real truth behind it. I just happen to know, right? That he was hurt, really hurt. I'm not talking about just a little hurt. He was really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It sometimes it looked like he could barely pick the football up over his shoulder, and he was playing quarterback. So, I would say that. Now, keep in mind, Stefanski didn't say that.
No. It was a reporter.
A reporter,
but he still hates his ass.
Yeah, correct.
He still hates his ass. Doesn't matter if he said it or not.
Correct.
We'll take a break. We'll get to your mixed bag. By the way, if you guys want to go, give away some tickets right now. If you guys want to go to Heat Magic on January 28th, got a pair of tickets right now to caller number. What do you want to do there? 4, 5, 3?
Let's do caller 6 because that's what the Hurricanes needed to win.
Caller 6.
I gotta bring that up, man. Why you gotta?
Because I'm not bringing it up. I'm not bringing it up to be negative.
You could have said LeBron in Miami.
I'm really not bringing it up to be negative. I'm just bringing it up to say, damn, they were close. That's it.
I think people, you see, Leroy, you brought it up, man. You brought it up. We were trying to bury that, and you just brought it up.
Well, if you guys want to go see the Heat play the Magic, that'll fix it. You guys won't think about the championship anymore because you can win the Sunshine Series. Heat Magic January 28th. Caller 6 to 305-567-0560 wins the tickets. Caller 6 to 305-567-0560. Back after this with the mixed bag. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM as we will get to the mixed bag here on a Wednesday. Leroy, are you familiar with Joe Schoen?
Yes.
He is the general manager of the New York Football Giants, and he now has a boss named John Harbaugh. But this new hire seems to have him quite nervous on stage as he was introducing him yesterday. And I don't know what the hell was going on with him, dude.
We were looking for a proven winner and an elite leader. We're fortunate we were able to find both. John Harbaugh's amassed 193 career victories, 13 playoff wins, and a Super Bowl championship. John has built a foundation of culture, player development, and toughness throughout each of his programs that he's been a part of. He's a proven winner, and when we set out to do this, we knew that John was going to be the perfect person for the New York Giants. When we did our research, what continually came up was John's respect that the players had for him and the ability to develop young men. And with that being said, I would like to introduce to you the next head football coach of the New York Giants, John Harbaugh.
Good God. Somebody needs to get my guy a shot up there. He's like,
Or counterpoint.
Yeah.
Write all your stuff on a piece of paper instead of trying to think about it, because we could see your thought.
Man.
He might have eaten something bad and it's just, going through him right now.
I don't know what was.
That was a lot of sweating. Yeah, that's,
Is he all right?
You know what, Josh Hart, you might need the edible kicked in. Maybe the
think
edible
about
kicked
this. That man wasn't that nervous when he talked the owner into letting Saquon Barkley go. Right? He was very confident.
Yeah, because John's going to be able the entire time he goes, do we have to talk about the Saquon thing? No, John. All right. That's crazy, dude. So you got that going on. This just happened today. This was at the Bills press conference that just happened. Vlad alluded to this. Terry Pegula just cuts off Brandon Beane, who got a promotion after Sean McDermott was fired. And he is taking all responsibility away from the reason why they drafted Keon Coleman with the first pick in the second round a year ago.
Yeah, can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
Well, here's the problem with that, because the internet is undefeated. You guys familiar with the show called Hard Knocks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude. Well, here's the problem is they had Brandon Beane at the combine when Keon Coleman ran a terrible 40. And his words to his staff in that moment with no Sean McDermott was, I like it. Means he's going to be there for us. Easier to draft. Oops.
Dude, he sounded like Chris Greer.
You know what's amazing about all of this? It's easy to have those conversations when you done fired the guy that could sit there and fight on his behalf.
Yeah.
And nobody cares because you have Keon and he's on your team. And yeah, I find it even more amazing that the owner and the GM would sit up there with a player that's still on your team.
Crazy, dude.
And say, we didn't really want him. The coach wanted him.
If like the Dolphins wanted to do that with Cam Smith after he signed with the UFL, okay. But man,
not a guy who's playing for you.
That's crazy, dude.
Well, here's the thing. maybe they're trying to save their ass on this, because remember, Keon Coleman suspended a lot of DNP's coach's decision. So if you're saying that the coach is the one that wanted him, but the guy wasn't living up to expectations and the coach had to bench him, then you're putting all the blame on the coach and the coach and the coaching staff. So you're basically excluding the general manager, which is something that sounds very familiar, because there was something that was being said down here when he was like, sometimes I played the back seat in certain decisions.
Oh,
I don't get it. If you're a general manager, you can't be taking no back seats and no decisions, man.
You either all come to that decision, you either all come to that decision and you all live with it, or you make the decision and you live with it. But in the end, it's gonna come on you, right?
Yeah, you're the GM. Like, I don't get that.
No, hey man, let me tell you something.
Break it down.
It's unlike any other profession. When something in your organization don't work, and everybody want to know who to blame for it, right? You all gonna defend yourself. I ain't never seen nobody, when it comes to picking a player that wasn't very good, get up there and say that was on me, that was my decision. Never. Throughout the history of the NFL, you have never heard a GM or a coach say, that's on me, I thought he'd be better. Have you ever heard that?
You don't
More or less, what you hear every time is what we just heard.
Yep.
So, like, we should be used to it by now. You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know who was responsible. Hey, you want to hear something crazy?
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy about the draft. My second to last year, or maybe it was my last year, we drafted a tight end who ended up playing a very long time and was very good. Brian Kleinsasser for the Minnesota Vikings. He got drafted because the wife liked him.
Really?
Yes.
Like,
it worked out.
Like, thought he was handsome?
I don't know. They just that's what was said.
Crazy.
Now he ended up having Jim Kleinsasser, Jim, not Brian. He ended up having a really good career.
Mm-hmm.
But think about that. So when it comes to drafts, right, you only see everybody giving that BS celebration about this is the guy we really wanted the whole time. Everybody says that, right? But you don't actually know who is responsible for that pick on any team in any organization. You just see a group of people celebrating the pick, right? But you have no idea who pulled the trigger on it. Is this not an accurate assessment?
Yeah, every time someone's going to cover their ass.
Right.
I actually think it would be a great thing in this day and age where people do have to declare their picks. Like they should. The NFL's the all access room, like the all access league, right? Imagine how much they could sell for NFL Plus if they said you guys get to be live in the war room. Like, what would people pay for that? I feel like that would be.
I don't think teams would let you in there.
I bet they wouldn't, but
because
I bet
how stupid they are.
No, listen. You don't understand that sometimes the owner could come in and say, I want him. And I don't care what kind of power you got. Guess what? Guess who you picking? And then everybody go say, good pick. Good pick, owner. Good pick.
That's a great job.
Leroy, you know that owner, that John Hancock of is very important on that check.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. But when you talk about draft picks, they'll show you all the steps before and after, but they don't never show you who is the guy, the one guy that determines this is who we're picking. You never see it because there's a lot of talking going on. There's a lot of discussion, and somebody with more power could always come into the mix and say, nope, let's go with that guy. You don't ever hear about that.
Yeah, oh, that's what drives me. It drives me nuts with the Tua thing. Like I'm like everybody's always deflecting. Oh, Flores wouldn't have taken him. Flores would have taken this guy. Creer, he was doing what the owner wanted to do. It's like, all right, it's exhausting. Of course, like you're all gonna deflect on it. Like I do, guys. I remember the tank for Tua method very very well. We were all kind of in on it. Now everybody's like, nah. I wanted love, like love.
No, yeah, stop. Like let's not. And listen, everybody wanted Tua. And I was like, okay, fine. I said, the only pushback I have on this is I would not draft a guy in the top 5 that has injury history. That was my only complaint. That's it. That was it. Because you are not in a position where it can't work out. This organization was in a position where whoever you select at number 5 has to work out. And that's too many questions for an organization that needs that pick to work. Not saying that Herbert would have been any better. So let me be clear.
The one pick that did work out, good pick by the Heat, Pelle Larsson, second rounder. This was him on why DeMar DeRozan got so crazy yesterday.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't start nothing. All I said was the same that he said. All I said was what he said to me back to him. So, but it was just basketball.
I mean,
hey, wait. Wait. Vlad? Hold on.
One guy's from South Central LA, so I don't know.
That's what I'm getting ready to say. He's from South Central LA. So I'm going to say this. What he said to Pelle might not have been repeatable by Pelle.
Not for the intangibles.
Right. So that's Vlad. Is that the first thing that came to your mind?
Absolutely.
Whoa, you can't just repeat everything.
You can't be. I'm like, I've heard DeMar DeRozan on the basketball court many times.
Yeah.
And whether he knows you or he doesn't know you, he's speaking in South Central language. There's just certain words that intangible instigator, because that's what he is. He's an intangible instigator, Pelle Larsson.
Right.
So the double I, there's some things the double I shouldn't be saying.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? That Tobin could never be on that court. Because if somebody said something like some South Central on him, he'd be like,
Compton, excuse me.
He would have Tobin be like, nope, you ain't getting me. Nope, not today.
But I think it's funny that the entire team in the locker room is behind me, like, oh, yeah, you're innocent. Like he's just getting away with everything. And this has been the thing where Pelle's, he's just behind the chaos. Like he causes the chaos, but he's like, he just slides out. And then Bam is fighting DeMar DeRozan. And he's just sitting here laughing at everybody. This happened with the Suns.
That's what with Devin Booker.
And Jaime stepped to Devin Booker, and there's Pelle behind it going,
So that's the problem. That's the thing. He's such an instigator, but he instigates with the other team's best player. That's something. That is a talent to get under the skin of the other team's best player that they want to snuff you.
Is he Swedish Dylan Brooks?
No. Kind of sounds like it.
No.
Except I'm a stand on this hill. I'm more than sure that what DeMar DeRozan said to him, he probably couldn't say back as an intangible. But he's not from here, so he might be very unfamiliar with.
Now, I would think the Bams and the Norman Powells of the world would tell him,
But he went to Arizona too.
Yeah, he also played in the Pac-12.
Yeah, he went to Arizona, so yeah. But
that's what it sounds like. If that's what it sounds like to me.
You can't listen, I don't care who you are. If you're an intangible, you can't repeat some of the things that I'm saying. It's just for your safety.
You know what I tell people come to my house? You know why I don't use that language? Because I don't want you to feel comfortable using it. And so as long as we on the same page, everybody have a good time.
We'll take a break and be caught up with your headlines. We'll play Rats Off a Ship next hour. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Our third hour of the program here today. Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. The Miami Dolphins will introduce their new GM and new head coach tomorrow to the media, 11 a.m. John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley will answer questions and get their whole message out. So we'll look forward to that tomorrow and react accordingly. Mel Kiper has his first mock draft out, Leroy. Do you want to hear who he has going number 1 overall?
Mendoza.
Man, you nailed it. He does. He has Fernando Mendoza. How'd you know that, dude?
Because the quarterback that at some point was rated higher than him is going back to school.
Yeah, he is. He apparently did not want to play for the New York Jets, so he is going back to school.
What makes you think he was playing for the Jets?
Well, they're picking number 2. I would have figured that's what he's going to do.
He could have gone number 1.
Yeah, I think he knew the Mendoza writing was on the wall, dude. As the Heisman went away. Oh yeah,
Mendoza would have been number 2 to the Jets, which is what I wanted. But
dude,
the only way Mendoza would have been number 2 is if Oregon had won.
No, Dante Moore. I think what's gonna, when you go to the pro day, if he throws out the combines, the attributes, everybody would see that he might have a little bit more. Maybe more mobile, the mobility and stuff like that. They would figure out a way to give Dante Moore to be the number 1 pick.
I mean, it's one of the things that I look at now, and they used to do this in the 90s, is that just because you threw for a lot of yards didn't mean you was the top-rated quarterback. And that has all changed. Because if your number's good, you move up the board. And if you won the Heisman, 20 years ago, it didn't even mean you was going to get drafted, right? Now you win the Heisman, you're going to be a top 5 pick.
Not really.
Who?
Lamar.
First rounder.
Well, if he would have been a wide receiver, he would have got it.
Well, that right there might be one of the biggest blunders in.
I don't think we've heard much from Bill Polian.
We haven't heard from him since.
I don't think so.
That's sad. So he had such a great career, and he went out with that last remark, and it was just like.
Sometimes people feel they have to say something, and you don't.
We got some news on the international hockey stage. Seth Jones has been replaced on Team USA's roster. Jackson Lacombe is going to replace him, so that does not speak well for where Seth Jones's injury has been. He took that shot in the Winter Classic, and
seems been out ever since.
Been out ever since. So not great. Hopefully Seth has a recovery, but it seems like it is pretty serious. Pretty serious.
And Chambliss might be available. You want him, Vlad?
In the 2nd or 3rd round, yes.
Really?
Yes.
You think he's a 2nd or 3rd round talent?
I don't know. I don't think about the talent, but I just don't know. We have the development to do it. We talked about this yesterday, that most guys might move up late in the 1st round because you want to get that extra year.
Right.
But you also don't want to be taking a risk if you're not really sure on his position.
Yeah, he's not very big, is he?
No, I think he's like 6 foot, maybe 6'1".
I think we're going to start getting back to the big quarterbacks, because when you see, how you have to throw the ball in December and January, when you see the arm strength that's needed, even if you're a Southern team or a dome team. Isn't Buffalo building a dome?
No,
they're not building a dome.
They're not.
No.
Okay.
No, everybody has pointed out how they probably should, but they're idiots. They love the snow.
But when you see the quarterbacks and how the quarterbacks are, I think we're going to get away from those small quarterbacks. Because that's what the NFL does, by the way. It's not nothing new. It's very cyclical. They go back and forth between what an NFL player, especially at wide receiver and quarterback, they go back and forth.
According to Mel Kiper, Vlad, your Jets are taking Arvell Reese from Ohio State at number 2.
Yeah, he's either going to be boom or bust.
You got Francis Mauigoa going number 3 to the Arizona Cardinals. And then getting down to number 7, the Washington Commanders select Rueben Bain.
Mm.
And then for the Dolphins at 11, he's got Keldrick Falk, defensive end from Auburn.
I think Bain is going to end up being like a kind of a linebacker type. So he'll rush, but he'll do a lot of other stuff because he's only like 260.
Well, he leaned down this year. Yeah, he got himself more.
Yeah, so he can run around like the way he does. Holy smokes, my man is all over the place.
Remember that pick that he had where he was just like all like just like, why was he over there? How did he get over there?
That's my point. He'll play like if he goes to a team that plays a 4-3, he could be that outside guy because he can stop the run, right? If it's a 3-4, they'll kind of move him around, but he might be that outside backer.
We do have some Senior Bowl news on some Canes. Keontae Scott is going to play in the Senior Bowl. Of course, had probably, arguably the biggest play of the season with his pick 6 against Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And then Markel Bell, he is going to play in the Senior Bowl as well. He is.
Oh, really?
And Rueben Bain is also. Well, Rueben Bain's a junior though. This one confused me. Have they changed the rules on that? Juniors can play in the Senior Bowl
if you declare.
So you could just go. You don't have to be it's just a senior by name now. But if you're
I guess because I didn't get invited.
Is he a redshirt junior? Because if he's a redshirt, that would.
I was a redshirt. I was a redshirt junior, and I didn't get invited.
No, but he's going.
Your 4th year. You left after your junior year.
I left after my 4th year.
His 4th year, but he was a junior.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I had another year left.
So there you go. 3 Canes going to Mobile as far as today is concerned.
Not for nothing, but I'm not going to mention no names, but maybe Pick should go there and try to impress.
Who should go impress? Oh, Carson Beck? Yeah. I'm 100%.
I'm like, what you doing, buddy? You need to be throwing that ball in front of. Now, I wonder, like you made a valid point that sometimes he may have had power outages in his arm because it's not all the way back.
Yeah. So maybe he wants to work it all the way up to the draft. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable going there. But
he'll have a pro day.
I'm with you. You should probably get in front of as many people as possible.
He needs to hit a charge up station and get his arm all rebooted and everything.
It was strange. It was almost like, and then sometimes there would be not power outages. Sometimes there'd be like power ups, and I'd be like, "What the hell's going on with this guy?"
Right.
Like he uncorks one like super fast. Did you guys see the fake tweet yesterday that said that Mendoza's foregoing the NFL the combine because he has a financial internship? Oh man. We get silly on the internet, people. Oh man, Jay Glazer, he reports
silly in real life.
That's true. Jay Glazer reports Mike Tomlin likely done coaching for good.
Really?
Yep. Apparently they're tight, and he's saying yesterday, he goes, I don't think Mike Tomlin's ever going to coach again.
Oh, he's gonna start doing TV then. He's
Yeah,
gonna do that Bill Cowher.
Yeah, dude. Bill Cowher looking over his shoulder. You think it's CBS?
No.
Yeah, to get replaced by Mike Tomlin again?
Well, he left. He didn't get fired.
Do you think Fox still has the same crew, right?
Gronk took over for Jimmy, and it's Strahan, Howie, Bradshaw, Menifee.
Bradshaw still has his fastball?
Yeah, he's it's cutting.
Maybe it's high time to put him on the Fox set or something. I don't know. I mean, they could replace that Jason Garrett on NBC too. I mean, I every time I see him on TV, I'm just like, remember when because he's not like one of these guys. It's like he can't not acknowledge the camera's there, so he always gives like this cheesy smile when everybody else is talking, and I'm like, why is he doing that? He's not looking at the people talking; he's looking at the camera, but he's got a secret to tell me. I don't know what's going on there, dude. So there you go. Those are your. Oh, by the way, the Golden State Warriors. This was another thing that came out yesterday. They reportedly would consider. It was reported they would consider trading Jimmy Butler to make an upgrade. And I was very confused by this report because I'm like, well, he just tore his ACL. Like, it's not like this is the last year of his deal. He has a year next year. But Dunleavy said that they will not consider that. So I don't know.
They also said that he's not coming back at all for the next season.
Next season. Yeah, I mean, he's probably not. I mean, normal ACL, he's probably not coming back till the middle of next year at best.
So then, therefore, who's going to make a trade with Jimmy?
I don't know, dude. I mean, like, that would mean you would have to buy out his last year. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I think people are really upset. The thing that I find strange about this, people are very upset because Steph Curry is awesome. He's awesome. But everybody is sitting here being like, I can't believe the Warriors are stuck here. They have nothing to do for Steph Curry. And it's like, dude, Steph Curry's won 4 championships. I think he's been all right. I promise you, if Steph Curry goes the last 3 years of his career, if he doesn't win a championship,
he's still going to be great.
He's going to be fine. I don't understand what this became. Like, you know what you get to do? You get to enjoy Steph Curry for the next 3 or 4 years, however long he wants to do it. Maybe something will break his way, but people are like, oh my God, what are the Warriors going to do? Nothing. That's sports. Sometimes there's bad breaks. There's nothing to do. They tried. They did it last year. They traded for Jimmy Butler. They're cooked. They're like, we're going to do whatever we can to make. It's like, oh, yeah, so are the Bucks with Giannis, right? Like, they're going to make whatever move. All you need is one person to take Kuzma.
Pretty much.
What are we talking about? What are the Warriors going to do for Steph Curry? It's like, I don't know. One time they got him Kevin Durant. I think he's going to be okay. You know what? I think if you told Steph Curry, hey, Steph, we're out of moves here. I think he gets it. I think he saw that when you saw Jimmy Butler. He goes, that's probably it. That's our last move right over there, because I don't think Kerr's going to start liking Kuminga. I promise you all, like, we can all live. Steph Curry's going to be fine. We're all going to be fine. He doesn't need another ring. He's pretty solidified as one of the all-time greats, changed the game.
So, Tobin, will you agree that the Heat were right in trading Jimmy Butler?
For the circumstances or just for the talent?
For everything.
I still have questions. I'm not letting them off the hook yet. They got to get me something nice. If I get Giannis, I'll say it was the right decision.
But can I just say this? Like, with some of these trades, you sometimes think you have the upper hand all the time.
What do you mean?
Like, you always say, oh, we got to get something for him, and we can't be like you.
This is my only argument. This is my argument with the Jimmy Butler thing, and I know this sounds bad because his knee just blew up. But I don't. If in another universe, if Jimmy Butler Heat lifer era continued, I don't know that his knee would have exploded. But
no, because you know why his knee wouldn't have exploded? Because he wouldn't have played that much.
I mean, he was very available this year. Very available.
He played 91% of the games for Golden State. Yeah. Maybe
he would have been more available if he got his contract extension. Hard to say. Not here to live in pretend land.
No, you would have gave it to him.
I said I would have given it to him. But here's the thing I would say, Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
If you were so, scared about paying him, what are you going to do with that money? I would like to know. Because all he wanted was one more year. It would be one would think that means there's a move that's coming on deck. And every time that seems to happen, the Miami Heat keep punting on their free agent year that they're targeting. Because if the Heat were targeting next year, Jimmy Butler would have been an expiring deal, would have cleaned the books just fine. So all I'm saying is,
you think this Jimmy situation was only about money?
I know that there were things that Jimmy did that were a pain in the ass, but it was mostly about money. Like, the reason he was acting a fool was because of the money.
Oh, okay. You can say that, but it doesn't mean that the Heat or the organization or Spo didn't get tired of the antics, regardless of what the reasons were, and maybe came to the conclusion that, hey, there's no guarantee that he's gonna all of a sudden get some get right if we give him $60 million. In fact, in some cases, the extension in the $60 million actually allows you to do more crap. because there's nothing you can do about it.
I could understand that logic, but I'm not sold on that logic.
I'm getting that logic from his past performances.
So to answer your question, Vlad, did the Heat make the right decision in trading Jimmy Butler?
I mean, you went 3 minutes just for a simple yes or no.
Undetermined.
No, get out of here.
See what I'm saying?
You gotta get me something.
No,
You gotta get me something else.
I
You only
swear,
get
I don't
someday.
know who's worse at straddling, you or Mercedes at Tootsie's, because you come on, stop straddling.
I will say
yes or no question.
A pretty good trade because you got Jimmy Butler. Essentially, for the Jimmy Butler trade, you got Davion Mitchell, a first-round pick. So you got Miyake
Andrew
Jonas, Andrew Wiggins, and Norman Powell. Pretty good trade. But we're still Kings of Plainville, and until we're not in Plainville, I can't say
With
that
Jimmy, you were the Kings of Plainsville too.
One time though, when we were Kings of Plainville, he took us to the finals.
That was a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't that long.
There's
ago.
a big difference between 33 and 37, dude.
It wasn't.
I don't know what the hell you think
it was
about.
34.
Huh?
It was 34.
And how old is he now?
37.
Okay. Like, oh, why? Sometimes having a conversation with you about anything is just
I feel your pain,
torture.
bro.
Why?
Because you're not like you can't even be honest about a situation. You always go into this little
That's
thing
not
you
fair
do.
though. You're always yelling at me for assuming. Like, can I wait and let the facts play out? Maybe Norman Powell takes us to the finals and playing.
Okay, I'm making an assumption on what Jimmy would have been based on what he's done in the past.
All right. Well, in the past, he's taken us to the finals twice.
Oh.
I don't have to assume that.
So can I say that about Tua?
Can you say what about Tua?
That Tua was really good 2 years ago.
He was really good 2 years ago, but Tua has head injuries that make him not play the same.
And Jimmy doesn't have injuries?
Yeah, Jimmy has wear and tear. I think it's one of those things.
They
Again,
ain't
you have to
he has injuries.
you have to
That's
tell
not
me
wear and tear. Wear and
you
tear is what
have
happens
to
to
tell
Justin
me,
Herbert.
Vlad, you have
Injuries.
to tell me if you weren't going to pay him,
Right.
what are you doing with that money? What's it going towards? Because it would suffice to say, if you aren't going to pay a guy, it's because you believe that it's going to be a detriment on your cap to contend, which is weird when the guy's been your best player for the last 5 years. So all I'm saying is I understand why you wanted to be a little hesitant on paying Jimmy Butler, but I don't think the front office is scot-free yet because I need to know what the move is to replace that to get you to contendership. Because
Okay.
right now they're in the exact same place.
Okay,
If you
here's
get
the deal.
me-
Here's the deal. That the route that they took, they have that money to do something. If they had taken the other route, then they would have had Jimmy being Jimmy. And I think more important than the money was the fact that the organization had to get up from underneath Jimmy, or however you want to look at it. They wanted to just part ways with Jimmy because of all the antics were driving them crazy.
But this is the thing that I'm frustrated with by the organization. This is Jimmy aside. The thing that I think most Heat fans are frustrated with is, cool, you like to sell me on this flexibility that you wanted. When are you going to make a move with it? Because every time somebody becomes available, they're not good enough for you, which is really weird for a team that teeters around 500 for the last 3 seasons. What's the move that'll make you markedly better if it wasn't Jimmy Butler? Fine. We'll all accept. If I agree with you guys, fine. Moving on from Jimmy was the right move. Well, then what's the move you're going to go into that is your next era of move?
We got
They
a couple
haven't-
weeks. Are you expecting
they haven't-
something to be done now or in the offseason?
Well, they didn't want Durant. They were like, no, we're not trading for Durant. We're not going all in for Durant. I'm like, all right, okay. So you don't believe that Kevin Durant helps Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero?
I think Kevin Durant helps a lot of those guys, but here is what I would say. You think maybe the Heat are thinking we need some guys that are closer to the age of our core guys so that we can get a 4 or 5 year run?
But this is my point. First of all, there's no 4 or 5 year runs. It's 2 3s. Everybody's flipping.
Okay,
feet.
2-3. Go
But
2-3.
this is my point. They always have an excuse for why somebody. They did this allegedly with the Donovan Mitchell thing, where they're like, Tyler could be Donovan Mitchell. Like, why did we trade him? We don't
Well,
want.
that's a bad move.
Well, the Damian Lillard thing. Whoa, we have some trepidations about Damian Lillard and his health. We're like, okay, yeah, his Achilles blew out, but like, what if you would have added him to Jimmy and Bam? Like, that's what we've needed because Tyler's never available. Like, that's my problem. There's always a if and or but with any of these players. It's the same thing with John Morant. It's not that there's not concerns with John Morant, but who is the perfect guy? You guys keep punting on, oh, well, Giannis this, Giannis that. Dude, how many years are we going to do the Giannis thing?
You do it.
Who's
we get
the
that
guy?
from you.
Who's the guy? That's
we
all I
get it from
know.
you. Maybe, listen, okay, Ja's not the guy. I would give.
Zion is not the guy.
Ja is not the guy. I would
Zion
say the only guy, Zion's not the guy. The only guy that you know for a fact that's going to make an immediate impact is Giannis, right? Of all the players that are available, I've seen some of these lists of guys that are going to be available, and I'm going to tell you, no. I would say Giannis. All the other stuff is going to be lesser moves, but I think that if the Heat do anything, it's going to be getting guys that you're going to have to pay in a year off the roster. So Tyler, guys like that. You see what I'm saying? So if I don't want to say, I'm going to say this, but at no point in time am I questioning Tyler's ability. But the way this season has played out, to this point, they've wasted a lot of wins trying to get Tyler acclimated. They were on a nice little run. Everybody knew their role. Everybody was perfecting it. Everybody was doing their thing. Tyler comes back and the whole kind of vibe changes a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're 5 over without him. I think they're 19-14, and I think they're 4-7 with him.
Because the game, the game mysteriously they get 20% less. The ball 20% less. It's not as up tempo.
But my whole thing with this is like, fine, if you guys want to tell me that the Jimmy Butler thing was the right move, okay, but what are you going to do? Like, when's the pivot from the Jimmy Butler era? Because exactly. I don't think we're there yet.
I don't know who's out there. I'm afraid that if they do something just to do it, it's not going to be for a star because there's no stars available.
Take a break here on the show. More to come. We're back after this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. The Miami Heat, they're off today. They'll be back in action tomorrow. I'm taking on that
Ooh, Vlad, you had the thing on your head. You had a little Stephen A looking. I was like, wow, what is that?
You thought my
yeah.
No.
There we go. Thank you.
I tell you, he's got a little bit of the intangible version of that is the new GM of the Dolphins.
Receding.
Oh, it's back there.
JES?
Both of them. A couple of, the foreheads on those two, quite large. We'll get a look at it tomorrow. Aqua and orange. They get introduced as the new era of Dolphins football is upon us.
This is what we all wanted, right?
This is what we wanted. Knew everything, dude. Knew everything.
All right.
Looking to see what kind of things they got up their sleeve from the Cleveland tree. Get this thing right.
The Cleveland tree.
The Green Bay tree. Excuse me.
Packers.
The Packers tree. The Cleveland tree. Oh, that's a rotten tree. Can't even get.
Still got a playoff win more recent than the Dolphins.
Oof, he's got that. Oof. Terrible.
They won a playoff game and they got rid of the quarterback.
Crazy, man. He's still
sometimes we as a society aren't very good at leaving well enough alone. Right? We tend to look at things and say, if he wasn't our quarterback, we wouldn't just make the playoffs, we'd have a run. Right? Like we do that all the time with all of our sports.
Yeah, and that's what feels like it's happening with the Buffalo thing right now, right? Like I saw that the owner was like, well, I saw Josh Allen and he was crying and I just thought we could do better. It's like, he could do better. He needs to do better.
Hey, this is what baffles me about people. I don't care who your coach is, right? You could have the greatest coach to ever walk the sidelines in any profession. If your quarterback turns the ball over 4 times, you're probably not going to win.
Yeah.
Why do you think Josh Allen was crying? Not because the coach sucked. And your solution is, Josh Allen's crying, let's fire the coach?
It's crazy.
But that's like it's not so and here's the other problem. You don't even have access to all of the good coaches. Because you think they would have enjoyed bringing in John Harbaugh? You see what I'm saying? But you can't even do that because you fired your coach so late.
It's just a strange way to go about this. And then I don't even you would think a coach would, of course, that's going to be an easy job to fill. But now it feels like you got a meddling owner and you got a GM who's a weasel.
The GM just trying to keep his job. Let's be clear. That's I'm going to do what I got to do to keep my job type of deal.
But even
and the owner must really like him because he certainly backed him up on that draft pick.
Man, and then, just to only get exposed in 2 seconds on the internet with him salivating over the wide receiver on Hard Knocks.
Right.
That's embarrassing. Well, they may be rats off a ship on Keon Coleman, but we'll figure out what we're rats off a ship on next. Oh, man. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to get to our favorite Wednesday game. Rats off a ship. What do you got for us today? And hello, Jennifer. Why you're giving me the finger point?
Hi, sorry. I was trying to get a picture ready.
Okay.
My apologies.
No, not needed. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. It's enough of, I was happy with the Heat win. I'm glad you asked. Happy with the Heat win last night. And Bam Adebayo going off. But I'm still a little bummed about the Canes. And, it's just enough about this Mike McDaniel already. It's just so sick of him. And
people love him.
Yeah, this guy's such a show pony making a tour of him getting a job. Like he's the first guy to be fired in his life. Oh, look at me. I'm at airport to airport. All right, good. Enjoy Justin Herbert.
My fancy luggage.
Right. It was so look at me the whole tour.
Who wears a suit to a plane?
Yeah, what is this, the 50s? You wearing a suit to the plane? What else? You going to smoke on there?
You can't be professional?
Wait, it wasn't professional. Vlad, is wearing heads.
You can be professional everywhere else.
Hey, you want me to tell you, contrary to popular belief, the fact that he was flying commercial says a lot about all his tour, right? Because I promise you, John Harbaugh took a PJ.
And that's first class, baby.
I'm telling you, it was by design because he wanted all these fan bases to get up in a tizzy. Yeah, he made it. It was very coordinated.
People think like that?
Oh, dude, 100%. Especially somebody like him who's tapped in with the media guys. Yes, 100%.
You know what's funny, Leroy? Tobin thinks everybody thinks like him.
Yes.
You think that, don't you, Tobin? You think everything. Look at you. You think
I don't not think.
Go ahead, say it. No. Let me do Tobin. Well, I'm not saying it.
I'm not saying it. What do you got for us today, Jennifer?
Well, we have William Shatner eating cereal in his car.
At 80?
Look at this.
That's a little bitty spoon, ain't it?
It does look small, doesn't it?
Is he eating oats?
No, that's regular, right? Like cornflakes.
How old is William Shatner?
He's in his 80s, man. He's in his mid 80s, maybe 90. Hold on, let me look.
William Shatner.
You want to impress me, buddy? Eat a rib.
He's 94.
Are you shaving enough for eating cereal?
Captain Kirk.
Wait, is he driving?
This has to be like a commercial or something, right? Like somebody caught him. This has to be like an ad for Kellogg's or something like that. There's no way.
Who drives at 94?
That's very old.
People.
He doesn't look. Oh, there's you went with a Tobin favorite.
I think I'm rats off a ship. I mean, it's very dangerous. It's a two-handed meal. He's got the bowl. He's got the spoon. Unless he's parked. Is he parked? There's a car right next.
There's someone right next door with their hand on the wheel. So I'm assuming they're like at a light.
No, that's you driving. That's the driver's side he's on. Because he's
on the driver's side, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's someone on the other side with their hand on the wheel.
Is he in the parking lot? He could be in the parking lot. But I don't know. Let me just say something.
Doing this?
I'm gonna tell you, the three of y'all, this. Nobody better not never tell me what I should or shouldn't snack on in a car when dude is eating a bowl of cereal
underneath his chair.
What's wrong with him eating a cereal?
Yeah, what's wrong with that, huh?
He has a bowl.
He's in the driver's seat.
Maybe he's got
they're all on the spoon.
Do you think he has just?
Time of the day it is?
Do you think that William Shatner just has a Tesla that just auto drives him everywhere, and he's just like, whatever happens, happens. I'm 93.
Wait, old do not know how to use that technology. Stop.
I mean, I don't know. I'm rats off a ship.
So you think Shatner could, first of all, dial in the address to where he needs to go?
I mean, he was captain of the Enterprise. He's got some experience.
45 years ago.
Jesus. Wait a minute. 45, maybe more 50 years
yes!
ago. 94. The Enterprise was at least, 1960s? Jeez, 60 years ago.
He was 34 then, 60 years ago.
Man.
Yeah.
You think he's up on AI and technology and
Oh, he's
now?
definitely up on AI because he looks pretty young for 94.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he looks great for his age.
I'm not gonna hold you. He looks better than some 75-year-olds. So
Yeah, that's
definitely
his
some
fiber.
AI use.
His fiber, correct.
I'm still rats off a ship on it though. You gotta if this is not a commercial and he's actually doing that, very dangerous.
I appreciate the challenges, but I'm rats off a ship because something just don't seem right about that picture. He's got to be parked.
But it doesn't seem like it's moving, Leroy. I don't think it's moving.
Right.
Exactly. He flew a spaceship, guys. He's got this.
Me, listen, I have my little plate with the ribs on it with some napkins and a wet nap. And I'll be going
Leroy,
at it.
I've seen you eat. No way you can pull that off.
What?
What?
Okay.
Don't mess with Bang JFig. JFig got her bangs back.
Oh,
so
yeah. JFig got her bangs back.
It's Bang JFig Nation right now.
Yeah, Leroy, you can't eat clean in your car, dude. You leave
Leroy, you can't even eat clean on a table in the studio, okay?
You eat like a Tasmanian devil.
Pictures of the floor.
I eat like a Tasmanian devil?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen you eat 3 chickens and a rack of ribs in 2.5 seconds.
You know what? But I've got to say, most of it goes in his mouth.
That's right.
You've seen the floor around him.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
Where are
Listen
your
to this.
rats?
Wait a minute. My rats are way off the ship.
Mm.
Like I was
Well,
gone when
can't
you
be
said
cereal right now.
when you said 94-year-old eats cereal in car.
Love
Rats
him.
gone.
Jennifer?
I'm not rats off the ship.
Vlad?
I'm not
love
rats
cereal.
off the ship either. I'm not, let that man eat his breakfast.
Let him eat, man. It's the most important meal of the day.
Fair enough.
Really?
What's number 2, Jennifer?
We have Manny Ramirez falling off the Hall of Fame ballot.
I'm rats off a ship. He definitely is a Hall of Famer. You know, I'm not gonna do the whole steroid thing again. It's lost. It's like, look, if anybody in their right mind thinks that Carlos Beltran was a better player than Manny Ramirez, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he wasn't. And I get it. Manny Ramirez got caught for like a, what was it, like a diuretic or something like that, or I think he got for a testosterone suppressor. So he did get caught and suspended one time, but dude, it's the era. Come on, let Manny in the Hall of Fame. The guy was the best. Manny being Manny. Rats off a ship.
I think I'm rats off a ship because the farther this goes along, right, we're having more conversations about guys who have better numbers than the guys they're putting in the Hall of Fame. And how can you tell the story of your sport when you have all those questions about the guys that are above the guys you are actually, putting in the Hall of Fame? Listen, you can put all the great guys you want in the Hall of Fame. They might not be Hall of Famers. Some of them are getting a nod because the guys that should be in, you won't put in. So, like, it's a bad look. I think it's a bad look for baseball. However you want to put it, when you talk about the steroid era, kids right now don't know about that era, and they go, who leads who leads baseball in home runs? And they're not Hall of Famers. Like, yeah, you're going to have a hard time telling your story when it starts that way.
Jennifer?
I'm rats off a ship.
All right, fair enough. Short and sweet. Vlad, as a Yankees fan, are you happy to see Manny Ramirez not in the Hall of Fame?
No, I'm rats off a ship on this. I love Manny. Randy's from Washington Heights, man. He's from the Bronx, so I gotta show him some love. Plus, I was there when he was in Los Angeles. Manny Wood was breathtaking. It was captivated LA. So what? He likes to listen to music in the outfield. So, and he was a little, he was a little different. He had his own antics.
Had to take a leak in the Monster.
He had to take a leak in the Monster. But you talk about must see at it's certain guys are so good that when they're up to hit, he's one of those guys that, you know what, I could hold on to that urine for a couple of more minutes because I got to see him hit. Like, he's definitely, you got to watch him hit. And
Like
Manny
Big
was
Papi's
so
not
good.
better than him. Like Big Papi's in the Hall of Fame, and Big Papi was on a list, by the way.
But that's because Big Papi smiles and laughs.
I understand, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. He's better than Big Papi. We're not even the
I
same
get
team.
it. I understand, but people
So
didn't like the fact
dumb.
that he was surly at times, and Manny was being Manny. Manny being Manny could be good things and could be bad things. You know what? I'll give you a good comparison.
Hmm?
Manny's like Tyreek.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
A little bit of like Tyreek when he could charm you at times when everything's going well. He'll say some funny stuff. He might say something, when everything's going well, it's the greatest thing ever. When everything's not going well, he's a pain in the ass. He's surly. He's a cancer. You got to take the good with the bad with Manny.
What's number 3, Jennifer?
We have Jeannie Buss. Is that how you say her name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Lakers owner or former Lakers owner.
Just want to make sure I don't mess up her name. Anyway, she reportedly didn't think LeBron James was grateful enough for the Lakers drafting Bronny.
Wow. It's very disappointing because one of my favorite memes in the world is LeBron James going and sidling up to Jeannie Buss and wishing her a happy International Women's Day. So I'm a little disappointed to hear that they are on the outs. Not surprising based on how LeBron's relationship with the Lakers seems like it's playing out. She didn't tell him about the sale. They went for Luka. Luka's the golden boy now. She sells him for $10 billion. I'm not rats off a ship. I mean, they did do a solid draft in LeBron's kid. He probably shouldn't have been drafted, but also beating LeBron on the Lakers has been very beneficial. It always ends bad with LeBron in places. I don't know what to tell Jeannie Buss, but I'm not rats off a ship. I can understand feeling some type of way about that. Leroy?
I'm not rats off a ship. I mean, you did what you had to do to keep LeBron. And if it meant drafting his son in the second round, the most important thing was you got LeBron. So, yeah, that's the cost of doing business. Is it any different than the Heat paying all that money to Kyle Lowry for Jimmy?
Ugh.
Okay, it costs the Lakers a lot less.
Jennifer?
I agree with you guys. I'm not rats off a ship, sorry.
What about you, Vlad?
I'm rats off a ship. You ain't gonna do that to LeBron. LeBron gives you money, baby.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, LeBron got you money. You drafted LeBron's son, made you a lot of money. People are coming to go see the South Bay Lakers for in the G League.
If she really should have
huh?
If she really should have a problem with something, it's the fact that LeBron James recommended JJ Redick as her head coach. I mean, that's really what you should be mad at LeBron James about. We're going to be mad at LeBron James.
What you should be upset is that the inner fighting that's going on with you and your brother, that to the point where they're saying one sibling told the other sibling you should have never been born. That's disgusting. That's nasty. That's where that's nasty. But LeBron gave you a title. That's it. He gave you a title. You can't be upset with that. So yeah, I'm rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
Give us one more, Jennifer.
We have Joe Burrow.
Burrow.
He thinks fans are stupid for
Wow.
thinking the end of Bills versus Broncos was controversial.
Because
he has a tweet too.
Okay, let me hear the tweet.
The tweet says the amount of people that don't understand what a catch is in the rule book flabbergasts me. And it's not the officials. The 2 plays yesterday were not difficult calls, and they got them both right.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm not rats off a ship on Joe Burrow. I think he's spot on. I have no idea why these were controversial plays, and especially the one in Denver and Buffalo with the roll around. That wasn't a catch. And people yesterday saw it in slow motion from the NFL films. Are like, you see? I'm like, yeah, I see him not catch the football because it ends up with the other guy. That's not a catch.
I think a lot of times what gets lost in all of this is you're blaming officials for making a call. They have a rule which governs that call, whatever those rules are, right? So they don't explain the rules, or the law in which they live by to make that call a catch or not a catch. They just make the call. So you're looking at it without the knowledge of what they're using to determine that. and just saying they're wrong. You know, I think they looked at the one catch as a simultaneous catch. And when they rolled over, you know, the other guy had it. And I would say to the Buffalo Bills guy, be stronger.
Fair point.
Don't get your lunch money taken. And it won't even be up for conversation. But now all of a sudden, you can get your lunch money taken, and we blaming the ref for not pointing it out. I'll point it out. You got your lunch money taken. You laid it on the field, and you're hungry.
I've definitely seen more controversial catches. Like they're like, oh, you have to complete it all the way down.
Like that's the thing that, listen, that is the rule that they have in place, and the rules are set in place so there's no controversy. So whether you think it's a catch or not, the officials have a rule to determine that. They go by that rule. That's it. They don't make a determination when it comes to catch or no catch. You know what they make a determination of? Pass interference, holding, stuff like that, right? But catch, no catch, touchdown, no touchdown, 2 feet in, 2 feet out. There's rules for that. The rules govern what they come up with.
So he got his food taken, and now he's hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food taken, he hungry, and instead of complaining about being hungry, he complaining about somebody taking his lunch money. Like, no.
Jennifer, your rats?
I'm not rats off a ship, Joe Burrow, but I'm very rats off a ship, the fans.
Fair enough. Vlad?
Yeah, I'm rats off the ship, Joe Burrow. I need more, that Rams-Bears game, that looked like that was a fumble too. But that was considered a catch, and then the other one has it. It's always going to be like that. Des Bryant, was that a catch against the Packers in the divisional round years ago? I thought it was, but they said
what
no.
What about with Megatron years ago, which why all this
I
stuff
thought
started?
that was a catch on Megatron too, but they said no. But it's
Right.
always weird. It's always by the referee's discretion. Because
No, see, that's the point.
I know, but it seems like that. Even
Right.
though it seems like that because there's never those two plays. I thought the Bills defender made the play. I mean, I thought the Bills receiver was down, but when you look at the play, they were still fighting for the ball. The defender came out with the ball. Like you said, he got his lunch money taken, he got his food taken, now he's hungry. But if you look at the Bears-Rams game, looked like the Rams receiver did the same exact thing, and they called it a catch.
Right.
So
we'll take a break here. Final hour coming on up. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM as we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to our headlines this hour, which are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. As last night, your Miami Heat handled the Sacramento Kings 132-117. Bam Adebayo, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists in the win. Pelle Larsson had 16 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. And he also made DeMar DeRozan lose his mind. Very strange. Tyreek Hill, he has weighed in on Mike McDaniel and his seemingly new job, which is Mike to the Chargers. That's Tyreek Hill.
You think Tyreek is doing that because he may be thinking Tyreek to the Chargers too?
Perhaps.
They need a receiver.
Perhaps. Maybe he is thinking that. Also, he just likes to stir stuff up.
Oh, I wonder where he gets that from.
I don't know. That's how he always has been. Are you claiming he gets it from me? We've
There's
had
no
one
way.
conversation. We've had one conversation with the guy.
You're reaching here. You're reaching here.
That's a reach there, Leroy.
Yeah, I think I've talked to Tyreek Hill like 4 times in my life. Like once,
Unless
once awkwardly
on Twitter.
What about the gala?
Yeah, I was about to say once we had him on the show.
Oh,
once awkwardly at the gala, and I think I've asked him like 2 questions at training camp.
Hey, I don't know who felt more uncomfortable, Tobin or all the other white people.
I'm used to it.
Because
it was a great
well,
joke.
it's your fault.
It wasn't my fault.
You go, hey, Leroy, how about that trip to Africa? And I said, I ain't going back. And everybody, Tyreek Stable laughed, and everybody else was quiet, and Tobin took a side step.
Come on, man. You make Tobin uncomfortable.
The thing that was also funny though, like they were trying to like have us do like some Q&A, like they gave us some weird rundown, and then like we just had all the receivers up there, but then they ushered us off. They're like, all right, move on. Right. I think Tyreek Hill was confused why they weren't up there longer, and I'm like, oh, it's not my program, dude. Talk to your people. And then we got to the crying auctioneer, which was crazy. I love you, Dad.
So much came out of that gala.
Yep. Sure did. Buffalo Bills apparently are going to interview Anthony Weaver, who has also been a hot commodity. He's gotten a couple of interviews.
Do you think they need to go to an offensive-minded guy for Josh Allen?
I don't know. What will make Josh Allen stop being a crybaby? I guess that's the question.
I think it's easier to find a defensive guy to run your defense than it is to find an offensive guy.
It feels like most of the candidates out there are defensive guys right now.
They're easier. Like it's just because defense changes your mentality right away.
Yeah,
right?
You got Campanelli, you got Shula's grandson, you got Weaves, you got Flores. It's not a lot of. I mean, Stefanski's the only guy I think that's gotten the offensive job because Saleh got the gig. John Harbaugh's like a special teams guy, right? He's kind of a little jack of all CEO trade.
Well, usually when you see and this is what, like, when coaches get fired, a lot of times the only guy who's had a relationship with both the offense and the defense is the special teams guy. So a lot of times they will make the special teams guy the interim coach.
Crazy. Schmeathan. Lashing out. Hey, Schmeathan, sorry that you're such a dedicated listener that you've heard some stories more than once. My bad, dude.
Oh, how about you get a like this, Schmeathan?
Wow.
I mean, I'm saying, like, if you could remember everything that goes on in this show,
just yelling. He's like, "Oh, have you guys ever been to Vegas?" Yeah, we like those stories. They were good times, especially when Leroy got stuck on a seatbelt.
Dude,
I'm so very offended I didn't see that.
No, but
Such
the
a
problem
great
is
thing to witness.
the problem is Tobin was barking out orders while hoping that I didn't get the orders and struggled a little bit longer.
Because you didn't let him help you.
Oh, I wasn't going to help him.
No, he was not going to help me. He was
But-
having fun.
Jennifer, as a fellow, maybe this is. I'm sure you would help your girlfriends if they were in a car.
I would.
I don't think another man can help another man buckle his friend in.
You said
it
you
wasn't-
offered to help him.
No, he was like gentle. You gotta you gotta pull it gentle.
You're supposed to let it reset. Everybody
Very
knows.
aggressive.
He's like, hey, you're gonna rip the door off, dude.
Hey, yo. An Indiana brewery is rewarding Curt Cignetti with free beer for the rest of his life.
Life?
Life.
Indiana brewery.
Yep.
All right.
It's good Indiana beer.
What's a good Indiana beer?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think he'll actually go to that brewery?
No.
I mean, he said he wanted a beer.
Indiana's beer scene features prominent local breweries like Three Floyds, known for zombie dust. I'm not messing with you if you mess with zombie dust. At Upland Brewing, maker of Hoosier Game Day Lager.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sounds
it's probably,
good.
it's probably
So
Upland
every city has their what's the local thing with the Floridian? Funky Buddha.
Yeah, they all got the IPAs. They got
Yeah.
that's the Indian Lake Brewing Company that offer brews like Juicy Hazy IPA, Coffee Blonde, and
Well, I guess-
Pontoon Porter.
Did Funky Buddha offer Paul Maurice free beer for life?
Nope.
Sounds like they should.
They should do it 2 times.
He didn't say he wanted a beer.
No, he only has his cats. That's the only thing we know.
Hold on. If he wants a beer, he probably wants a Molson.
Yeah. Labatt's.
Canada loves their beer.
Labatt's. Let's see what else up north.
I feel like Funky Buddha.
Rolling Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The horses. I think what they got to do now is they had the gloves off beer that we tried. What they need is a goalie fight beer.
Ooh.
That's what they need for Bob.
The Focus beer.
Or so they should just put his face on that beer since it's already a beer.
When he ripped off the goalie mask, that was my favorite because he's like, "Oh, we're gonna start throwing at masks." Nah, dude, I'm taking your mask off. Crazy person. Lost it, but I loved it. Can't wait to
Have
see
they
it
made
again.
shirts already? I want one.
They should. They would fly off the shelves. It's right. It's on the Panthers. They're leaving a gold mine right there if they don't have Sergei Bobrovsky goalie fight merch.
Dude, I would have a video with music, the whole nine. Like,
oh yeah,
make it seem like it was a WWE, entrance. Oh, it would have been great.
It needs to be like in every hype video that they do for the intros, all that stuff. It's forever, and I think that's like Aaron Ekblad said this after the game, where he's like, he goes, "Yeah, that's just gonna be in my hockey memories forever." And I was like, of all the things, beef with Brooks Koepka, championships, but he goes, but I'm going to remember the Bob fight for the rest of my life. And how could you not? How could you not?
Hey, Twitter is lit up. Joe Thomas is going in off on a Baker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get to that. But first, we got to tell you about the best dry cleaning in all of South Florida, Leroy.
Yes.
And that's our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners.
The owner is Ara. That's our guy. Look, whatever you need, you can call and text him anytime. The number is 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. It's the new year. You've been going to the gym. You got to get your clothes fit for graduations, for Easter, Mardi Gras. If you got one of them costumes you need, done up right. They do same day sewing. They have a seamstress on site. It's Ara's mother, so you're getting that good care. They service all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beach County, Tobin.
Mardi Gras has a lot of clothes for the costumes? I felt that like Mardi Gras has no clothes with the costumes.
Well, how can I put this? Body parts are strategically placed in said costumes.
Understood.
And sometimes from year to year, your body goes through some changes.
Listen, you guys wanted to have your clothes taken care of. Ara, his mother, the whole family at A&T Dry Cleaners, they do a great job. I send my suits there all the time. I'm going to be back there soon enough. I'm going to Houston next week to go call a fight for Dirty Boxing DBX5, and I know where I'm going to go when I get back. I'm going to take that puppy over to A&T Dry Cleaners, the only place that I take my clothes and have it all taken care of right. So again, their number is 954-610-9383. And once you use A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never want to launder your own clothes again. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. We got some 15 minutes of heat here, brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Miami Heat, they beat the Kings yesterday, 130 to 117. Big game from Bam, from Wiggins, from Norm. Really, all the starters kind of lit it up yesterday. They hit 21 threes in that win yesterday, so really lit it up from downtown, Leroy, in that performance. They will be back in action tomorrow, taking on the Portland Trailblazers as they try and keep things going on this road trip after that ugly loss in Golden State. Golden State, they played yesterday. They lost to the Raptors. Tonight, yeah, they got killed. It's okay, though. Kuminga got 20 points. So, we can talk about that for ages. Today on the NBA slate, you got Cavs and Hornets on ESPN on the early game. The late game, Thunder Bucks. Keep an eye on that one. See what's going on over there. Well, you got to just keep an eye on what's going on with the Bucks, Never know what's going on with the old Giannis because he said it's day to day. It's day to day. So we're going to keep an eye on it day to day. What do we got? You got 2 more weeks until the NBA trade deadline. Got to keep an eye on it. Nobody seems to believe him. I felt like I was at a point like a week ago. I was like, I think this is probably going to go into the offseason. But now, they have a couple bad losses, and everybody's like, I don't know. He could still ask out. I mean, he said he wasn't going to ask out. Can he back off saying I'm never going to ask out?
Jimmy said he was on just ball out, not worry about the contract.
He at least gave that a couple months.
No, he didn't.
Well, he did.
No, he didn't.
The timing calendar-wise, he literally did.
Early on, we got a one-legged 3.
It wasn't early on. It was in the middle of the season.
Okay.
Crazy. Pelle Larsson yesterday was fantastic. Simone Fontecchio is finding his rhythm once again, which is nice to see. I should mention.
A lot of guys seem to be finding their rhythm when Tyler's not playing.
That is true. No Khalil Ware yesterday. He did not play. Had a hammy injury.
A hammy?
Hammy. First game missed for him this year.
Or a spammy. Spo.
No, he hurt his hamstring, dude.
Okay. Spo plays games with bigs.
I don't think he makes them fake injuries.
All right.
I want him to play more too, but I don't think he's telling him that. He has played every game up to that point. He did have a sick dunk against Golden State where he did like a reverse jam. Maybe he heard it on that. I don't know. Bam though with a fantastic performance. So they'll keep this trip going, and then we'll see what's what with the trades if anything does.
Are they 2-1 on the road trip?
They're 1-1. There's only
1-1. Okay.
So that's where they're at with that.
Leave, are you hungry?
No.
Oh, okay. Kind of.
Oh, Patches O'Houlihan made me an egg sandwich.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
No, Mima had eye surgery this morning. When she came back.
You calling her Patch? Come on, Leroy. Come on.
Leroy, give yourself a -1.
Come on, Leroy.
He's bad, man.
And she made you a sandwich.
I know.
She still made you a sandwich while her vision might be blurred.
No. She's good. She says she's good. It's clear. It's not.
All right. Glad you worried about your Knicks at all, dude?
Oh, I'm absolutely worried about my Knicks.
They stink lately, Leroy.
Bad.
Thank you. That's an understatement.
Is that the dog days of the holidays?
No,
we passed that.
No. This is because he's trying to make Karl Anthony Towns into Domantas Sabonis, and he's not Domantas Sabonis. And he doesn't right now. Cat looks like he doesn't know what to do in that system. And you don't have that with Tibbs. They're not struggling like this with Tibbs, and that's why I was very skeptical about letting Tibbs go and then hiring a Mike Brown.
I think we can all say clearly, winning the NBA Cup, not a good thing. Everybody who wins that NBA Cup goes in the toilet after they win it.
Lakers,
we got 3 straight teams now. where this has been a bad. It's been and like Leroy, they're a couple away from being right with us as neighbors in Playinville.
Oh, really? They looking at a house next to you?
He struggled. Like all that he got to do is go on a 3-game winning streak, and the next go on another 3-game losing streak. They'll probably be both in the play-in.
I think we should everybody in the East should really be ashamed of themselves that the Celtics are the 2 seed. It's really embarrassing. Like the fact that the Celtics like are sitting here and they're just like, I mean, they played with their food, and Jaylen Brown had a great season, and Tatum's coming back in a month, and we're going to be sitting here being like, I can't believe these mother bleepers did it. But props to Brad Stevens.
I mean, Jaylen Brown is probably like, I told y'all what was up.
He distracted us with that hair thing early on in the season. We were like, this is going to be a mess this season. Look at my hair. It's going all over the place. It's smearing on people's jerseys. Meanwhile, they were just like waiting and biding their time, getting ready to make a move. So the Heat, though, with Larsson, 5 over 500 with him in the starting lineup, and Spo's found a lot of success with that as well. So I don't see him. I think it'd be pretty
until Tyler gets back.
Yeah, well, we don't know when that's going to be, right? Like it's one of the. You think you don't think he's like sitting idly by until that trade deadline hits by, right? And then all of a sudden the ribs feel better because nobody seems to have a clear timeline on how long this stuff should last. It was weird.
Ribs are tough. Because you cannot have any pain, and then you start ramping up, conditioning or whatever. One move and you're back to square one. So it's hard to kind of explain.
And that's what happened with his toes. Like he wasn't playing, and then he like practiced, and then all of a sudden his toes were messed up. Crazy. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Like obviously he's having trouble handling the grind of the season. So I mean, they tried it once. He was kind of being pouty about it, as he does, and then
listen. Once a team pays you, right? They've acknowledged your importance to the organization. They pay you so they can use you as they see fit, not what makes you feel good. That's just the nature of it. So if Tyler comes back and they want to just all of a sudden start giving him starting minutes and go through this whole process again of everybody trying to find their role again, that's shame on Spo and shame on the coaching staff.
Yeah, but I also don't know what they do in this situation either, because it's like you have this thing lingering with he has a year left on his deal. He wants an extension, which you're obviously not going to give him right now.
You ain't getting an extension.
But like, when do you get
to win?
But like, when do you get to the point where you pull? Because I don't know what the Heat are going to get for Tyler Hero.
But what's the most important thing? Winning. Like regardless of how it plays out, money. Look, once you get your money, and once you start playing on a team with 15 guys, it's the coach's job to use those 15 guys however he can to get wins. And they've already paid you. So if you can't then get a consistent spot on the team for whatever reason, I think more than not, it has more to do with his injuries and his availability than his talent.
Well, that's the frustrating thing is like they've not every time you think you're going to get some kind of a grip on this thing, he gets another injury. So everybody's got to go back to square one with it. And that's really, really frustrating, especially when guys like Pelle get comfortable and guys get in their roles. It already feels like it's affected Kalel.
Everybody like, so here's the thing, team versus guy, right? You want to put the whole team in disarray or hurt one guy's feelings. Your job is to win basketball games. End of discussion. I don't care who feelings get hurt. I don't care who gets emotional, right? Who gets up in their feelings, right? There's a solution to that. Be more available for whatever reason. I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm saying that he hasn't been available enough to make demands on where he should or shouldn't be on the roster.
Fault's also like a rough word. It's not anybody's fault. It's just the facts of what happened. It's like it's just a consequence of what's happened whenever he's out there.
But here's the problem is a true professional, after missing all this time when they come back, understands if the team is rolling, how your role may change a little bit till you get back up to speed. You understand what I'm saying? But what has happened with the Heat is everything has been thrown into disarray trying to get Tyler acclimated. And then he gets hurt again. So don't keep doing it.
Yeah, it's going to be – I don't even know because, like, who knows when he's going to be back. He's not going to be on this trip. So it's punted
Just
for another week.
Mysterious injuries.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've been knocked out. I've broken bones. I've broken multiple ribs, right? I've never heard of that.
Me either. That's why I asked you. I was like, he's got to know. And you didn't even know.
I knew it had something to do with the connection of the ribs, but I didn't know where.
We'll take a break. Final segment coming on up. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here. Hey, congratulations are in order for one Bam Adebayo, the Miami Heat, announcing that the NBA is naming Bam the NBA Cares Bob Lanier Community Assist Award winner for December for his work in the community. They were donating $20,000 to his foundation. So congrats to Bam. Great work by him.
Yep.
They said Bam hosts over 2,000 students for his annual holiday drive at the Kaseya Center. And they enjoyed a meal, and they chose from over 36,000 toys to take home. And then after the event, all the remaining gifts were donated to local organizations. He also flew 8 student athletes and their chaperones from his hometown of Greensboro, North Carolina for an exclusive game day weekend. And he flew 5 student athletes that were facing significant hardships to attend a Miami Heat home game where they were recognized by Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley on what it takes to be successful. So he does great work. He is definitely taken that Alonzo Mourning, Udonis Haslam mantle of doing all the stuff in the community. So great work by Bam there. The Panthers, they are about to be wheels up to Winnipeg, Leroy. They got the Jets tomorrow. Panthers don't play at home anymore. They get one little stint and then they're back out.
I know, that's crazy. Well, they play like most of like the snowbird season down here.
Yeah. They got they'll be back. I think next week to take on the Mammoth.
That still doesn't sound right.
I like it. I like the Mammoth. It's an ice creature.
No, I understand what it is.
You want it to be multiple mammoths?
No.
It's hard to come up with cool names these days, dude. I feel like they've all been taken. I mean, there's 1,000 Panthers, but I mean, there's only one Florida Panthers champ. There's more clips, by the way, that have come out with this Brandon Beane.
Being a phony?
A phony, dude. They have another Hard Knocks clip that says he's saying on camera, when I went to bed that night, I was like, it's Keon, unless someone else blows us away. This is crazy. How do you let the owner say that? You know, he just goes in there and goes, hold on, I got this. Trust me, McDermott wanted that bum. He goes, oh, no. So much evidence that I wanted that bum. There's so much evidence. I like it. I like seeing the Bills in disarray. That's what you should want. You should want things to just get, nuked and look embarrassing. Because listen, tomorrow's a new day, a new dawn, all right? We got Sully and Hoff. It's going to be a great day, Jennifer. We're going to have the Goosies. Their answers are going to be normal, not hipster coaches, just football.
No Socrates.
No Socrates, no cute stuff, all right? I just want pigskin. I want philosophy and pigskin. Get back to some normalcy down here. Enough nonsense. All this stuff. Oh, there's 100% injury rate like that kook GM we had, or you guys are more interested in the concerned about the offensive line than we are, and then Socrates and the jokey jokes. Nope. Bland football. That's what I want from old Sully and Hoff.
I'm more than sure that Keon right now is why am I getting hit with strays? He just at home minding his own business.
You want to know why? Because he's got a bunch of crybabies on his team because Deion Dawkins and Josh Allen couldn't hold in their emotions. They were blubbering like a bunch of babies. And all of a sudden we were like, oh no, what do we got to have? It's to Betsy. We can't have Josh Allen crying. Like he's the only guy who's ever cried before in sports. I'm all for people showing their emotions, but come on, dude. You should be used to it by now. How many of these losses you got? Shouldn't you be numb to it? You know what happened when Chris Bosh cried after the finals? Then he won the championship. He stopped crying.
That was a bad cry.
It wasn't his fault. There should have been a camera there.
No, you shouldn't cry like that.
He's not up on the podium with the puffy redness. It was very unbecoming. Make it uncomfortable. Like, what do I do? He's a giant. How do you keep a giant from crying? What do you do? Give him a beanstalk?
-1.
Dade South says, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe press conference anymore. Yeah, me neither. I don't even want to.
Y'all gonna fall for it.
I don't even want
Tobin tomorrow is gonna be like, dude,
I don't know.
Just,
I don't even want the Goosies tomorrow. I just want bland football. You know, I'm good if it's a gooseless press conference. Good. You're gonna.
How you gonna get Goosies at a press conference when you don't?
Well, I can't. I mean, one doesn't control when they get the Goosies. You either get the Goosies or you don't get the Goosies.
You really think he will not get Goosies?
I don't think so. These guys don't. These guys don't.
Every time a new coach is coming to town, you've gotten it, except with Paul Maurice. Go figure, because he's won 2 championships.
Yeah, but when he came here, he was the career-leading loser in the NHL.
Again, the only guy you didn't get Goosies for when they came into town was Paul Maurice, and he ended up winning 2 championships.
I didn't get the Goosies for Clayton McCullough.
It's baseball, though.
Does he even know hockey? Did he know hockey at the time? Did he even know who Paul Maurice was at the time?
Yeah, he was #1 loser in NHL. But then we learned to love him. I tell you, I was no fan of that Quinville because he was mean to Bob all the time.
Oh, my goodness.
This
is
jerk.
the guy we're talking about Goosey's approval.
What?
He was a meanie to Bob.
He was mean to him.
You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous. He was mean to Bob. I didn't like it.
I don't like meanies.
Who's mean to Bob?
Quinville was sitting here. Oh, yeah. Every time Drieger got in there, he was so happy. Oh, Drieger, he's so big. Oh, I love him. No rebounds. He's big. All right. Good call, Quinville. Enjoy your Ducks.
Yep. Loose goose floozy.
Look, I admit I get the Goosies probably more than the ordinary chap, but I'm not going to be that way tomorrow when it comes to this Hoff and Sully press conference.
Do you get more Goosies than gas?
Sometimes. Depends on what I eat.
Okay. You have a lot of Goosies.
He does, dude.
Did you see Pella last night?
That
was Goosies, dude.
But you'll trade him tomorrow.
Who, Pella?
Yeah, for John Morant, you would trade Pella.
No, I wouldn't.
Such a liar.
I wouldn't.
Dude, why do you lie?
I'm not lying. I just told you. You just said if the trade right now is straight up Pella for John Morant, I'm not doing it.
But you give up Tyler for John Morant.
We're not talking about Tyler right now, though.
Would I give up Tyler for John Morant?
Yeah, you would.
Probably.
You know Tyler's better than Pella, right?
Better at what? Shooting threes? Perhaps.
Scoring.
But there's one thing Tyler doesn't have that Pella does.
Height.
No, he's European.
Length.
He's European with an accent. That's it. If you have an accent, it's Goosey galore with Tobin.
Yep.
Also,
That's
what
it.
about what? He doesn't even have that good an accent. You know, he's Swedish cool. It's not even like Nico.
Oh, come on. You had
Really?
to wipe your chin when you saw him.
Well, he's very handsome. I mean, that's just the facts. He's a very good looking man. Come on. I mean, I asked him the first time we had him. I said, "Would you agree with the statement that you have better hair than Pat Riley?" He didn't want to touch that one.
I get sucked into the vacuum. I get sucked into the vacuum of, like, you're looking at me as, hey, don't look at me. I ain't got no hair. I ain't telling hair stories.
And Pelle Larsson, I mean, like offensively, you can say Tyler Harris, but what about the other side of the floor?
Oh, which is a problem that Tyler's always had.
Yep.
Like when the worst defender in the league, Darius Garland, is calling you out. You need a self-evaluation right there. When a guy who plays zero defense calling you out for playing no defense, you're like, wow.
Jay Gatto says he loves Pella because he reminds him of Goran, and I'm here for it. He has Goran-like qualities. He doesn't play like
he's taller than Goran, though, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But Goran was a better offensive player. Like he was a better shooter, better at getting to the rim. Pelle Larsson's basically like MMA scoring a basket. Like
a bull in a china shop.
Yeah. It's just will and grit. He's Swedish TJ McConnell is what he is. Except handsomer.
Oh my goodness. How, I mean, like, do you smoke a cigarette after the show? Because, like, I'm curious to know how much satisfaction you get.
Why? I wasn't trying to bother you today.
What are you talking about?
I didn't try to bother
Black can't even talk.
What are you talking about?
I had a simple
gate. You from the first segment on, after you talked about the Heat win, Bam came back from the second segment on, 1028 to now. It was constant ripping of Mike McDaniel. Okay. You rip Mike McDaniel for everything. You rip Justin Herbert. He's catching strays for no
I
apparent
actually have a note for 10:35.
Okay, 10:35.
35 seconds. Yeah. Tobin says he is going to stink.
So from 10:35 in the morning to now 1:50, you've been taking nonstop shots at Mike McDaniel, Justin Herbert, and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Let's not forget the Bills.
Oh, and
they're doing it to themselves. That's not my fault.
Pure satisfaction in their in their shenanigans and that's going on with them.
You guys don't enjoy a dumpster fire on your rivals or teams you hate?
Not when I have a dumpster fire as well.
What does
One
that have to do
dumpster
with
fire
anything?
can't.
One
Because
fire
one dumpster fire can't talk to another dumpster fire.
Sure, it can.
No, it can't.
You're
both
from your
dumpster
fire.
fires. You both smell. You're both trash.
You could sit here and you'd be like, "Wow, look at those flames."
You took a shot at Leroy. You know what he said? Well, at least my team has a 1-win playoff win over you. That shut you up immediately.
No, I said fair point, fair play.
They'll shut you up. There it is. So that's what I'm saying. One dumpster fire can't talk trash to another dumpster fire.
I mean, but in like the response of that, Vlad, like nobody wants that Browns job.
Seriously, one day Leroy Jenkins will use his Uno reverse on Tobin. Dude, the show's not. Listen, when I do find that thing that gets you just so mad, sorry to Solana and Crowder and Hockman, but the show's not going to end. We just going to keep rolling up through 8 minutes till I've had enough.
I don't think so. I mean, like, listen, I don't
all of a sudden act like you all mellow and good. No,
I am good. I have an opinion.
Hey,
I have an opinion about Mike McDaniel that he's going to stink. And you guys are like, no, he's going to be a guru. All right.
No, that's not what I said. I said he is very innovative when it comes to offensive football. His problem is coordinating it all and calling a good game, especially in the second half. Having Jim Harbaugh, who's a quarterback and had to do the same stuff, I think that will help. That's what I said.
Maybe.
And you're a maybe. Now you're a maybe. But if it was somebody you you still insist to this day that Jimmy would have balled out if they would have paid him.
You're going into a different avenue.
No, but you're doing the same thing, making assumptions of what things are going to be.
One has nothing to do with the other.
Sure it does. You're making assumptions of what things are going to be.
And you are too.
No, I'm not.
Really?
No, I'm not.
You think that Jim Harbaugh can keep
there
Mike
have been
McDaniel
8 or 9 teams that have shown interest in Mike McDaniel, meaning that they think offensively he is really good at his job.
Okay, and Leroy, the Dolphins interviewed 10 guys and knew they were hiring one the whole time. Like, who cares how many interviews he had?
Okay.
Who cares?
All right. So that wasn't an indication of interest.
I think people want to like talk to the weirdo. They're like, yeah, let's take it around.
Now he's a weirdo. Like,
oh my goodness, Tobin, what is wrong with you?
What? Hey, you firing mad shots at the guy. Like he did something to you.
He did do something to me.
Who?
Allocating deep plays.
You weren't saying anything when you dropped 70 to Denver in that Week 4 game a couple years ago.
History, Vlad. He didn't even have the guts to finish the record.
Oh my God.
Well, that's our show for today, huh? Speaking of Hockman, Crowder, and Solana, they're coming up next.